send that message back to me, like.
It sounds awful. No one used it. Yeah, I heard that. Run to the beef. You want to there he is.
Oh, now I've got me 100 V-Bucks.
What? There's 3 kids team.
6 kills on duos, what the fuck? I played 30 games and I've got 6 kills, what the fuck? Only other ones seem legit, but that one just doesn't.
I'm reporting
I played so many
Fortnight.
games, but yeah, we bought them, you know.
I'll put teaming with the squad on solo.
Yeah. No, that's team on there fucking solo. Did you know this umbrella, this glider thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that says so fluffy is so annoying.
Yeah.
Because I watch this YouTuber play with it and it's right in your fucking face.
Innit? I'll invite you and all that. How did you get them?
By being tier 4.
Oh, the battle pass, yeah. Come on,
I'm only tier 14 now. How come they brought this stuff out for free though? It's weird, isn't it?
yeah.
I want to be tier 20, mate.
Why?
Because you get to ride the pony.
What tier are you?
14.
If you don't get it, if you don't get it tier 20 in 4 days or 5, I don't know, then you can't get the ride the pony because the new season will start and you'll go back to tier 1.
Yeah, but I just wear it back up them morning.
But you might take it off for the next season, mightn't they? And only people that got it will have it.
Oh, not going tilted, do not go tilted.
Sound. Take your marker off it then.
No salty.
Sound. Go on.
Everyone will be trapping tilted over that. Salty Springs, over there.
Next door to each other.
I went in the tree house. Shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, let's go.
I have got no weapons on. Oh,
Shit, bro. These guys are pissing me off, man. Can you?
I can't, I don't only got a tap.
Nah, I wasn't talking to you, I just killed the duo. Let's go.
Nice one. You got no bullets left now though?
I've got a bolt action, that's all though.
What gun was you using then? Because I heard you shooting.
Silenced SMG.
I've got a few light bullets for you. Like literally, there was only a tactical shotgun in that house, you know what I've just looted.
Oh, I'm gonna blue AR. Don't matter.
Sound.
I've got a blue AR, the need. Someone's in my house. Nah, no one's in my house. Actually, I see the med kit. Where is it? Someone took the med kit.
Probably that kid. I've just found one, lad.
There's still bandages though. There's got a bandage up.
Hey, don't do it. I've got a slip for you. It'll put your shield on higher and it'll wet you back to health full. So don't use that, okay?
I'll give you a mini then.
Go on. Someone's at me house, or is that you?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Good, drink that. That the minute, nice one.
Oh, do you want to see everything I've got?
Just say it.
A blue AR and a bolt action.
I've only got a burst AR and it's the green tack. Why are you dodging behind you?
Shoot. I hit him with the sniper, bro. Teamwork, I hit him with the sniper and then knocked him. That was sick, that. He didn't expect me.
No, he didn't expect me because he was, while you were up here, he was shooting at you, and then I just came out the door and shot him with me tap.
Yeah, but then when you were shooting at him, he didn't expect me to pop back out and shoot him with the sniper.
Loot another house, lad, because I want an AR, I've only got a bit. Everywhere has been looted. I think I looted that house, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Oh, let's go somewhere that we're not staying here, you know. There's kids up in the tower thing, lad. I saw the movements.
Is there?
Yeah, get your bolt out. I'll push him. He'll be on his own, so it's okay to push.
I can't see, bro. I can't see them.
Come closer until you can see him.
I don't think they're even there.
I definitely saw someone.
Nah, there's no one there, bro.
They've looted it though. I've got such bad weekend. Yeah. I've got 2 medkits on me now.
2?
Yeah. Three.
How much ammo do you have?
How much are you on?
72.
I'm on 160.
Oh my god.
can hear fire, I can hear like gunshots and that lad. Over in retail.
Retail. Yeah, I'm on you.
Try and snipe them out lad while I'm just gonna loot this little...
No one.
He is lad, I heard it. I know he's coming from that direction. Oh my god, I can't pick them up. What the hell? There we go.
I'm not seeing no one.
Coming over now.
Watch behind us now, because people want to get in the circle. So it's a bit risky being on the edge of the circle. My eyes are already hurting and I'm really tired.
Why haven't you been to sleep?
Hardly.
This kid's lad.
Where? Oh yeah, I see.
Crap, there's two of them, I didn't even know. Knock one.
Oh, they got me.
Lad, he's got me.
No! Oh,
What was his health? What was his health? 8 health, lad. He had 8 HP.
You just need that early yard.
No, I'm gonna have them now. I don't know what lad. Oh. Did you go on the broadcast?
No, because I'm still loading into the game.
I've got it on my broadcast. I've got face cam on it. You can see my face in it.
Yeah. I need some wood. Give me some wood.
I got it up top.
Really?
Yeah. Go.
Yes, we can go tilted. If the bus is not far away.
Okay.
See, like no one's dropping because they all drop it tilted. See how many people have just dropped it tilted?
We're one of them. Land on this first tower here, lad. It's good, this tower. I kept landing on here with someone, and it's good. Our 2 kids are going there. Land here then, land here then, land here then. Crap, he's got that gun, lad. I'm running from your life, lad. You do not understand.
I've got a pistol.
I've got a pump, yes, I've got a pump. Oh, lad!
No.
Go for them, Dylan. Yes, lad, 1 HP. Get them smokes. Smoke the place out when someone comes, lad. Smoke the place. And now go in there and finish that kid. Because you can just about see when you're next to them. Just keep walking around. Oh, someone's oh, was that you? I thought someone done that then. Get him.
Nah, there's no way I was getting them. Go into me trap, please. Why is it like every bottom bit filled? But all the top
item
bit
shop
isn't?
hasn't changed. Oh yeah, it does. Hey, run to me when you can on like the starting bit now. Oh, you haven't got time.
I see you. I see you. What was you doing?
The electro shuffle. Go, snobby shows.
Snobby, 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 snobby. But that's like, that's really fun.
It's not. One next to each other, you get that first house and I'll get this house next to you.
Go for the chest.
What, in my house?
No.
I should just leave this house with me. Dylan. Yes, Bolt.
I'll take a pistol.
Oh, you can make it. Lad, don't steal this chest, I was going for it. Oh, you can have the bolt.
Oh,
Look what
yeah,
you got, Rob. I need a shot, give me.
Another chest, bro.
Nice. You got a shotgun for me?
Oh, it's a burst assault rifle again.
What's
Oh
this
yeah,
here?
green AR. There we go. That's something good.
Right, let's go into the house next to us.
Wait, let me just like sort my inventory out.
Wow, someone's here, lad. In the back, got him. I'm on 10 HP. Oh, crap. Get him. Yes, Dylan. I need to use that medkit, lad.
What? Wait.
Get me up, lad. I need that tack. I haven't got a shot.
Neither do I, bro. I'll loot the left guy, you loot the right guy.
Don't pick up that.
You got any AR ammo for me?
How much you on?
49.
I'm on 128, I'll give you some now. A minute, let me just drink this.
How did he not shoot me then? Like, you must have some bad aiming.
Yeah, there's 45. I mean 35.
Nah, this one did.
Come and loot this house. Oh no, don't. Come and loot this house down here. Follow me. Got any shotgun bullets for me? I'm only on 10.
Yeah, that too.
Oh wait, let me get one of them my ass. I'm using the best.
Oh, there, man. Oh, I have a meme pad.
Oh yes, lad.
Didn't even notice.
My mate invited me to a party. I'll invite him and he can play Fortnite with us. After this game, like.
Bro, someone's here.
I know. They're in the back. They've just run out the back. Like, follow me, follow me. Yes, sir. No time to be around. Wow, where? Oh, I see him. Yes, G. But there's a pump, there's a tactical shotgun over here by me.
Oh, wait, there's a blue.
I'll take that green.
I'll take that. Oh yeah, tactical shotgun, let's go, boys. I lost so much health there. My bullets were just not hitting them.
Let me just invite me mate, lad, because he's inviting me. Go to patch. 1 minute, lad. Keep me back and make sure no one's by us. Could have invited them. Or did I just invite you? Have I just invited you? 1 minute. I'm just gonna invite him one more time because I think I invited you, you know. Get.
Go ahead and invite.
Well, let's go. Use the launch pad, lad.
Use the launch pad, okay, let's build it.
Build it off of it, yeah, I'm just gonna loot this little place.
What? Build up.
What?
There we go, I'm building up.
God, that's enough.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm coming, lad. Get your shotgun out in case we land by someone before you jump on it.
Let's go, man. That was the shittest meme pad I've ever had. I knew it was too low.
What's that loot over there? Bandages.
I'm not even gonna go over there even though I need them.
I'm not. There's kids building down in front of us, lad. So
oh yeah, I see. Get your snipper out and snipper them.
They've probably run off it now, though, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. They're gunners. Now we just both need the scar, man.
How much bandage? What's your health, man?
68.
When we get in the circle, I'll give you 1 bandage, because then you'll be on 75. All of these people are looting and they do not know that we're bloody not in the circle. Just follow me, lad. Let's skip them all. Follow me. We're not getting into that booth, lad. Follow me.
Yeah, I was gonna snipe one of them, but...
Nah, don't, lad. Don't, lad. Just follow me.
Yeah, too.
We're gonna get caught in the storm a little bit, lad. I think.
I made a shot.
Just try and dodge it as much as you can.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dodge this.
You want your trendies off this? No.
Fuck me, man. You're not giving me 1 bandage, you give me more than 1.
Alright. I got caught in the storm a little bit as well.
Oh shit. Oh, my health, man. Look at
But just get
head.
bottom behind these rocks, because people will be coming. Get here. Give me them back when you're done. Just hide around here. Get up on this bit though, so no one can see us doing. After that bandage, come up here. Because when people come out, we'll just get them in it, because they'll be on low health. Nice one. Exactly 5. Just wait here and get your shotgun out in it.
Have you got any shotgun ammo for me?
How much are them?
8. Because I give you all of my shotgun ammo.
Alright, there you go. Paul coming on Fortnight? Go on. Put the party people higher than. No, probably not today because you've only just told me today. I won't be able to. If you said it like the other day, it's not no good. How were these kids like not dead?
Oh yes, literally them.
Should we just go?
Yeah, but I'm scared they're gonna come up behind us. There's kids on the water bit, lad, where the water's pouring down. I saw someone jump behind the tree. Yeah, they're running. Oh,
I missed me shot, bro.
they're gonna be on crap, yeah, they are. Yeah. Oh. And I'll just leave it like I won't be able to today. Because you've literally just told me. I won't be able to because you've only just told me.
But I'm on the screen. Oh shit, go.
No, I'm taking these kids out.
Just go. Just leave them.
No, but they're gonna be behind us. Where did he gone, like?
Wait, I'm making this bro word iron.
What? Yeah, that's what we always do.
Oh, why is this in the tray, eh?
Ah, shut up. You should.
Well,
You should. I'm not even getting ready though, am I? No, exactly.
Yeah, but exactly, you're never gonna get it. Ah! Ah!
You see what? Which?
Faggots!
I'm gonna die.
Oh, just shooting over on what?
White people come in my view.
It's alright.
Pinching again, Sean.
I'll give you some bandages. Wait.
1 minute.
Wait.
I've only got one for you, lad. Quick, lad. Oh, Dylan, lad. Let me just use this and I'll try and get you up. Yeah. Ah, yeah, but
Horrible.
Wow.
You're the horrible.
Mum. I'm on tech, lad. Dylan,
You're
you'll
a
have to
horrible
actually
cat.
bandage up and then get me. Bandage that, use that bandage and then get me. Yeah. Ah.
Okay, now.
Whatever.
Well, I'm not going because my cousin's coming over and that. My cousin's going to come over and sit ours later, so I'm not coming out. Lad?
Oh, I'm never doing it. Message in the dance room now.
Hey Dylan, I've just muted them. Do you want to go or not? Do you want to go or not? The bats with these and that, or nah? I don't know. What?
Go Paige.
Go meet her, lad.
Yeah, no, I've just asked me mum if she's got me swimming bath card, but she doesn't know. She thinks
No,
she's
but we
got it
won't be
somewhere.
going to that one, lad, by here. Not by the flats.
Where though?
The one... I don't know how to explain it, lad. Oh, you bitch.
We were both going for it, bro.
Legendary sniper is my favorite.
Great words, Paul.
Yeah, I've got two shield potions.
Hey, Paul, I don't know whether to come or not. When he is leaving.
In a minute.
Blue?
Oh, we can go a bit later.
Yeah, do you want to go a little bit later?
After.
Go on. Do you want to do?
If you want, like.
Sound.
Doesn't he want to go, or yeah?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
on.
fun
I'll
time.
come with me cousin.
Ask your mum.
Fucking hell.
I'm in my dad's.
Or your dad.
Dylan drink. Oh, you don't. You drink them. Yeah.
Oh, yes, and they are.
Are you saying Sean's boring?
Nah.
I'm messing. Yeah. I'll ask my nan in a minute. What?
Oh, tag the best place in there, you know. Hey, ask now, because if you're not allowed to go, we can go in a minute.
I'll just finish this game.
Hey.
Oh,
You
I'm
fighting?
off. Yeah. Nope. I can go and fight though. Let's go and fight.
Let's go. Where are you, lad? I'm coming. Cause, I don't know, cause we're in a game.
Shit. I hear bullets and an older at me.
I mean, lad. Dylan, now turn around, lad, we're fighting. I see them up on the little shop. They're coming down to us, lad. They're coming down to us.
Someone over there as well.
Oh, they're trying to build me out, lad. Knocked him.
I'm going to the other people, bro.
Oh, I need help, lad.
Wait, actually,
Yes, got him. I'm on 18 HP, lad.
whoa.
Dylan, come over to me, lad, because I need to bandage up.
Shit, bro, there's two. Shit.
Come over to me.
Shit.
I'm bandaging up. Yeah. Go ahead, me and Dylan will meet you. Nah, I'll come and knock at yours, cause Dylan lives by you.
Bro, if you're seeing what I'm doing, it's
Yeah,
so
lad, I'm here.
Hey, Is that that lad that
Come in
lives
the
next
house
to
and
Evan
there's like 2
Robinson?
people in there.
Let's go and get them then, lad.
I can't throw them on 24 health.
Yeah.
Oh, they're up there.
Drink them. Drink them. Or no. Use them. Yeah.
There's someone coming now, Lou. Because they're shopping. Yeah, they're coming.
Yeah. Where are they?
I shot one and took his shield, but I don't know. Let's go.
Come on. Let's search for them. Yeah.
I'm searching for them.
I won't let you get allowed.
Why is
They're
your
in here
mic like
still.
that phone?
They're downstairs.
Your mic like that.
Oh, lad. They're coming, lad. They're coming. Oh, lucky.
No.
God, alas.
I got
alas,
one, it
no.
doesn't matter. I got one now.
How's that now?
Waffle. God. Waffle.
I'm gonna get ready now.
Blue,
Yeah.
I've just packed my swimming shit.
Sound.
My mum's giving me a little bit of some money as well. Do I need money to go, Ashley? Because I'm just gonna bring money anyway. Hey, Lou. Lou. see that thing for 900 V-Bucks?
Hey, are you got them bat cards to get in, or are you paying? Have you got the bat cards, or are you paying? Oh, have you? So,
I asked them if I need money. Yeah.
Yo, bro.
Mama say happy 614, guys.
Get out.
You will be gone.
What? I think it's 270. Oh my. I haven't got a card. Wow, looking. I have been swimming for ages. Paul, shall I invite you to a game? Shall I invite you to a game? Oh. What time is it now? Oh, no. What are you watching for? Mango yêu any can you just go up Oh, you're none.
How much is it to get into the bats? So.
I think it's 217. Skillet pop pop boom, skillet boom, skillet bomb, skillet pop pop boom. Shut up, man. Go. Get on. Shut up. Take off, show ya. Mia? Mia?
saying, Mom? It's just me in the head. That's how short it down. Now you just put me in the head. Careful me now, I got to say, I didn't see that crowd that I always did today, but that's the right, oh yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, not really. What?
You made.
What? You people die.
I hope you fucking die. I hope you go to
Oh, do you want my sister? You want my sister? Yeah? Data? Hello. What? Shaky ears, you little strut. I haven't got no friends, you always stay in all the time. I'm going out today, so it's good. And I went out yesterday. What? Hazy, you know, you little muppet. Even everyone on this mic is saying you're a muppet. And no one likes it. They're all saying to tell it to shut up. Yes, go on, go on.
No. Bye. Maybe I'm not coming on, maybe I'm just going to get involved.
Yeah, just making a phone. Yeah. Ah, you're okay. Wow, what can you come back in here? Ah, I think your shout is terrible. Your shout is terrible. Where's Lewis? Haha. Oh. Oh, then you.
Hello? Hey, I'm gonna leave now.
Lewis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave now.
Yeah.
In a bit.
Seo tries to dive inside there, and then he was Liu there was taken out completely. I mean, John Henry almost went down as well, and you can see Lim always tried to avoid Seo, so I think the penalty will go to Seo. Yeah, whether Lim, I'm not sure whether Lim actually crossed the line first. That's unofficially what the result says at the moment. But clearly, there's the Olympic champion, Samuel Girard of Canada.
Well, what a moment for him. And also, John Henry Kruger raced aggressively, put himself in a position to get something and helped to animate the racing all the way through and got a fantastic reward for it. There's the Olympic champion, though, Samuel Girard. Shaolin Shandor Liu gets a penalty. So, after poor Elise Christie leaving the track on a stretcher, he is penalised in the final, and So Yi Ra is given as third with the bronze medal behind John Henry Kruger and the gold medalist Samuel Girard, with Lim Ho John, the winner the other day in the 500 metres, down into fourth place.
Down to you in that moment. There's nobody else.
It's like from that roadhouse. It's like from that roadhouse.
I'm starting from a minute because I want to win.
We are 12 minutes away from the final and medal-deciding run of the skeleton, with Lizzie Arnold, the defending champion, sitting in second place, just 200 to second behind Janine Koch from Austria, and tantalisingly close to that podium is Laura Dees. A good run from her could easily see her move into the medals. She is 19 hundredths behind the leader, 9 hundredths behind third place. And Alex, in your opinion, could do it? Yeah, I mean, both of them, they're right there, aren't they? I mean, what's 1900? It's nothing. It's always comes down to this very last run. Most of the sports we've seen on this track, it's the last run, it's the last 100 metres even, that's actually been the defining moment for these siders. So they've got it all to work for. And they go in reversal, so it will build up to those final four, and we will be there live for the whole of this fourth deciding run of the skeleton. Looking for a pick-me-up, to be honest, after what happened to Christie. Our hearts go out to her. She is in hospital, waiting for an X-ray to see how badly hurt she's been by that fall in the semi-final of the 1500 metres. But in the early hours of this morning, there was a massive boost for the British team, because Izzy Atkin won a bronze medal in freestyle skiing, skiing slopestyle. This is how she
Next to drop will be Great Britain's Izzy Atkins. Biggest bronze on the line starts now. Mechanical 450. Laid it down. Box that in so beautifully. Yeah. Oh, the gap over.
know
I'd seen fights like that, and I was just waiting, my heart was racing, but yeah, I just believe it.
She nailed her run. She made sure she was winning. And the youngest member of Team GB has a bronze medal for her efforts. Congratulations to Izzy Atkin, her Olympic debut. And she will be holding on to that bronze medal. Both, and it means that for the first time since February the 3rd, 1924, the British team has a chance of winning 2 medals at the Olympics on the same day. Two of them hope that they can both be on the podium. That's ever happened in the British athletes. And for Lizzie Arnold, her main aim here is to become the first Republican to successfully win a Winter Olympic title. Could this be?
Well, then, see you later. Be careful, fast time. What time? Come on home.
I'm often scared, sometimes petrified. When I put my helmet on, I think to
I've got it
myself,
shut, so. Shit. Well, your phone shut at 2 o'clock. Yeah? Yeah?
the fear is incredible. 1 step, 2 steps, moving faster, no turning
Don't you want to get a taxi?
I need to pinpoint
Did you
focus.
phone me?
Peripheral vision filtering constantly. Taking in an orchestra of information. Not just using your eyes, you're using the senses.
Yeah, taxi.
I can see Barry.
Well, then, it's shut at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Wait, I need to this one.
The slightest move can change everything.
See you later.
And then there's calm.
And Alex Cougar is here in the studio with us. He won a bronze medal back in 2002 and started this 21st century sliding phenomenon, which has meant that at every Winter Olympics since you, a British woman has won a medal in skeleton. Is it going to happen again today? Perhaps lay my cards on the table, definitely. Hopefully soon. Hopefully too. Well, for Lizzie Arnold, if you want to catch up with her, you have to go to her.
I can see the camera on the broadcast.
In the UK, the skeleton sliders, they move around Europe. A lot of the time they're based in Austria, and that's where I went to talk to her last night.
I can see the camera on the broadcast.
When I'm about to start sprinting, you're looking at the weather, the snow, whether the ice looks wet or there's frost forming on the top. Everything is completely heightened, sound, sight, smell, everything. All this information is coming together to try and have the fastest run. It's just a complete orchestra of information. And then you're lying on the sled, and the whole thing is rattling. It's violent.
Mom, what's good?
He's going to win the gold medal, surely.
Hi.
Right,
Yeah.
See you, Barry.
How are you?
right, I've got loads to ask you.
What?
It was the most amazing 2 weeks of my life. As soon as I told my parents that it wasn't just my gold medal,
And what
it
one?
was my family, my friends, and everyone who had supported me and got me there.
And what one? And what one?
Perhaps not surprisingly,
It's probably a
did
me.
after sort
But one
of
is it?
step away. Was that always the plan, or did it slightly come upon you that you just went, oh,
So you go past?
I hadn't yet become world champion or World Cup champion, European champion. There were still so many goals that I had. So I quite quickly knuckled back down, focused in on these new challenges.
How are we gonna focus? What level is it?
Really pushing myself and expecting a lot of myself. and it drove me to a point of physical and mental exhaustion. Trying to drive yourself to get everything out of every training run with the process and determination to win. I didn't realise how much of a toll it was taking. And what did you do with it? I did a few crafty courses and things that were just so different to skeleton. Lampshade making, did a few lefty courses.
When you pull on the Superwoman suit and become Lizzie Arnold, the athlete again, do you feel different?
No. Everything is just done to the best of my ability, so I don't feel like a huge step change from Lizzie at home to Lizzie the athlete. In all of life, I think I just have expectation or hope for myself. Being an athlete, I feel hugely honoured to work with such a good team at physicality. So there's still so much to learn and explore, and it's a lot of hard work, but it is a lot of fun. You never know what's going to happen until the finish line, so it'll be a brilliant race.
She's so composed as an athlete, Alex. She seems so calm and so focused on this massive target to make history.
Yeah, I mean, the next 45 minutes could literally change her life. I mean, it could be life-changing, winning 1 gold medal, to win 2. You know, I mean, it's just incredible, and to be able to deal with that, put it aside. I know what she's like. She won't be thinking about that at all. She won't be thinking about anything other than getting herself ready, making sure her kit's ready, setting her set up properly, you know, calming her nerves. She won't be worrying about what anyone else is doing in the start hut, and she knows that she can do this. You know, she just needs to concentrate and just get on with it.
Well, for the first time, we have 2 skeleton athletes in with a chance. Laura Dees is just behind the 3rd place position, which obviously she needs to get into to win a medal. But they have such a long and difficult preparation, so unglamorous. All the other events that they go to, the training, the being away from home. When it comes to these moments, it's their one shot at glory, and out there supporting them are friends and family, and always crucial to any athlete's life, their mums.
That's run 3 done. Now I wanted to come and find the 2 important mums, the biggest supporters. We got Sudie's and we've got Judith, Lizzie's mum, Laura's mum. How on earth are you feeling?
I'm not too bad at this precise moment, but during the run, I was in complete fit. I mean, I didn't know whether to be sick or cry or both, or it was just ghastly.
Is it worse today than what it was yesterday?
Yes, I think it is. I didn't think it could be worse, but it was worse, yes. And I don't know what the next one's going to be like. There's going to be... don't come near me.
And how about you, Judith? You've kind of been here before. She has put you through this feeling.
We have been through it before. Yesterday I was really nervous. Today I feel so much better. I'm really excited because I know that Lizzie's really good under pressure. So I feel more relaxed and I'm really enjoying today. But we were saying earlier how lucky we are that Lizzie and Laura started at the same time, and as families we've become really good friends. So we're rooting for the Brits. It's brilliant.
And so who else have we got here? There are so many of you. Who are these crazy people behind? Do you know them?
That's part of her fiance's family, and then my family are here, her dad, her brother, cousins, there's people watching in New York, there's people watching all over. It's just fantastic.
I mean, yeah, she gets married in a few months, so if you're nervous here, can you imagine? You could be mother of the bride.
We've got Lizzie's sisters and James's family, and I just love to say hello to all the Arnold family and Bolton family, cheering them on at home.
Well, we are all cheering Lizzie Arnold and Laura Dees on. It's going mad here, and we have 1 run left. Who is going to bring home the medals? And I jolly hope it is both of them. For the mum's sake.
Fantastic stuff there from Amy, and the person who will be most concerned actually just to pick up on Elise Christie is her mum Angela, who's also out here. And the news on Elise is that she has not broken anything, and Shaolin, her boyfriend, says she will be ready to race on Tuesday. So although it's been a desperate day for Elise Christie not being able to get through to the final 1500 and having that horrible fall, being taken to hospital, the news at the moment looks okay. She will hopefully recover and be out there again on the ice on Tuesday at home. But she will finally get the rub of the luck, because my word, she deserves it. Right, we're going to focus on skeleton ladies. We're going to be going through to that fourth and final run very shortly. Alex, on this track, you've been saying what an advantage it is for Lizzie Arnold. Not just her experience, but also her build is it suits this track really well.
Yeah, I mean, she is the heaviest slider in the whole field, and you'll see some of the lighter girls, they're producing quite neat runs, and you're wondering why they're not really that fast and they're not getting the speed. There are uphill sections in this track, so if you're lighter, you don't have that momentum to get you down. So the thing that's great from Lizzie's point of view, she can afford to make a few mistakes, and it doesn't actually affect her that much because she's just got that momentum to keep her travelling. It's also a very short track, which means that the lighter girls who maybe could potentially catch her up further down the track, well, they haven't got time because it's very, very short.
Very good news as well today that she doesn't seem to be suffering from the dizziness that affected her yesterday. We saw her after the first round looking really disorientated and admitting that she'd been short of breath. She's been steaming to try and clear her sinuses. She says it's quite dusty there, and obviously it is very, very cold as well. And this fourth run is going to be happening late at night, and it's 10:15 out in South Korea. But adrenaline always helps, doesn't it, Alex? It helps clear everything.
Yeah, I mean, she won't be worried about that now. This is it, the preparation, the training, the worry, the anxiety, getting through those, the first runs yesterday, getting back on the track today. It's almost a time to just clear your mind and just not think about anything.
But that scene there, where she takes her hat off there and she looks straight at Jen and says, yeah, it's okay, I'm fine. She is feeling strong. Now, right up there at the top of the run, that's Eric Benatas, who shouts them on, the elite coach. He gets them pumped up and says, go, go, go. If Lizzie can just have a cleaner and smoother run, she has a chance.
Yeah, I mean, this is showing you this is the 200s. That's the distance. It's not far. It's a sled length.
And let's have a look at Laura Dees, because you've been saying throughout, Alex, that nobody is driving this track better than her, but she did lose time in the later section of her third run.
Yeah, I mean, the first run today, she was absolutely flying. She was first at all the checks. She then had a hit where she came out, and the angle that she hit was quite bad. So instead of hitting and kind of pinging off the side and then just carrying on straight in a parallel, she kind of came in sideways and came out sideways. So she was just braking for the whole element of when she was hitting. If she can clean that exit up, and this is exactly what she did yesterday in the second run, she did clean it up, then, she's 1900s off gold. She can easily do that.
Do you think she could move all the way up to the top? Seriously?
As I've said, the top 6, any of them could change.
It is really, really tight. There is nothing in these timings. It is time to hundredths of a second. If they can stay smooth, if they can stay relaxed, if they can think all the thoughts ahead of time that they need to be sharp, they need to be ready. And those supporters, oh my word, they're doing a great job of making them realise that they have got an awful lot of people behind them. Whatever happens, they will be there to hug them and love them, but they would love even more to be celebrating 1 medal, maybe 2, all still to come in the final run of the skeleton.
Lots of British fans here. Lizzie Arnold. Arnold heads to the finish. Arnold is 200ths off the lead. Lizzie Arnold to Laura Dees. A fast starter.
She is so strong, so powerful. Brilliant for her then.
And Laura stays in 4th place. 5 minutes coming up for the Brits.
They both started in 2009, both came from different sporting backgrounds, but both of them competitive. And how much does it help, Alex? When you did it, you were there on your own, you had people around you to support you, but they've got each other.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. I mean, when I competed, there were other girls in the team. I mean, Emma Stewart was actually the second girl in my team, and we would have qualified 2 girls through to Salt Lake. We literally needed 1 more race, and she actually pushed out of the groove with her sled in Calgary, and that lost us that 2nd place. So we did nearly have 2 girls a long time ago. But yeah, to have someone else there, as Lizzie said, it's really difficult to understand what it feels like.
I'm gonna wear my goggles
because not many people have done this. So having both of them there, they know what it feels like to go into a bend well. They know what that great run feels like. They know when you've had, you know, a disaster, if you've had a bad start, a good start, and just to be able to talk to someone that has constantly explained can make a really difference. It makes you relax.
Yeah, absolutely. And the record of female skeleton sliders from Great
Well, if you reckon you whatever, then if you reckon it didn't say that on the website, then they've made a mistake. But if you ask me, it said that on the website and you should click on that. No one used to. It's what you use, that's what you support.
Let's join us for Fun Live. John Jackson and Amy Williams are alongside John Hunt.
Tremendous excitement here, Claire. This final run is well off the
way. £100 I wouldn't have paid fucking £100 for that, really. That's £25 for fucking roll the fucking matches.
United States athlete. This is young Kendall Westenberg, who is currently in 17th place. She has had an Olympics to remember. She has had moments of really untidy sliding. Excellence as well. So she's one for the future, definitely.
She certainly is, but the slider of her experience, it's all just about learning what this games can bring and just building herself mentally and trying to use this to develop her skills as she works over the next 4 years to the Olympics in Beijing. Great line through there into big corner 12. She'll be hungry. This has been one of her tidy ones as she's come in into the big Olympic corner.
Hello, Palmer.
You know the match just in order?
15, curve 16.
What did you say it was a Reynolds one?
Westenberg goes 52.
I think there's something wrong one, you know.
5. So she's ended pretty strongly there. Only 17. It's all still before her, Amy.
Yeah, that was a very good final run from her. She's going to be happy with that.
Where's your online receipt? Where's your online receipt?
You are standing there on the leaderboard.
Then you take a picture of the online receipt.
So yeah, good solid run.
When you order something offline, you always take a picture of what you ordered.
Experiences the top of the field. I will say what to learn, but first Olympics, you could not.
I'm going to walk yours now, okay?
Yeah, there, just using her toes. She just dropped off that corner 2 a little bit too much. Needed to control it more, but then got corner 9, the tricky corner, really good. So probably didn't have quite the same amount of speed into it, but she's all smiles, standing there on the winning podium.
Well, as each athlete ticks by, the tension will ratchet up. Hope you're enjoying the whole event at home. This is Jackie Narracott for Australia in 16th place currently. Only top 15 finish on the World Cup circuit this year was 8th at St. Moritz. And the name of the game now for these athletes is just to finish as high as they can. So Narracott needs a really good run here, close to 52 seconds. If she can, it'll be lovely.
You can see how beautiful the ice is. You can see the shine on it. It's been spritzed with water in between these runs, freshly prepared, which just keeps that ice in a really good condition. It's not been breaking up or anything, so it's really maintaining it on this. So there's a really big skid there. It's going to be hard ice. It's about -7 out there, which means you do have to make sure you have your runners set up and stay calm on the sled.
Big crowds around the Olympic bend. This is this run to bend 15, which can be so tricky. She seems smooth through there, did Narracott, and she finishes 52.82. She's pleased with her week's work.
Great supporters there, travelling all the way from Australia. Her parents are out there, so they're really happy to see their daughter compete in an Olympic Games.
Don Parsons' girlfriend, of course, so Don, I'm sure, will be out there somewhere.
Yeah, I saw him earlier actually. He's out there.
Is he?
Yeah, still got that huge grin on his face. We can see her there just skidding off the corner 9, so she'd done her work in the wrong place in the corner and had to fight. She clipped the wall there. It means she just has to work harder into corner 12 to control the sled.
Good example there of friendships that can develop in this sport. Narracott and Westenberg embrace.
Some of your closest friends are those from other nations, from different countries. My closest friends are splattered all around the world, all because of 10 plus years of being with them throughout the winter months.
So next to go, and currently in 15th place, is Sophia Jeon. from Korea. Koreans have done so well. I'm sure so many of you were blown away by Young's performance. Spectacular when winning the men's skeleton. Young away off that sort of level at the moment, but at 24, still time to improve.
She's had some really good runs at the top of the track, you know, it's been really smooth, but she just let herself down a little bit at the bottom where the speed is. She just made a couple of little mistakes, which is why she's so far back in the pack. I thought she would have been a little bit higher up there, having that track knowledge, but maybe just the level of her ability meant that she hasn't been able to
make a collision like that. Speed drops off so quickly. Young still a good deal quicker and goes first, good deal quicker than Narakop and those who went before, but there's a chance now for the next 3 or 4 athletes to leapfrog Young as well.
I guess she has had so much pressure. She is a young, home track, her home games, and then the pressure that comes with it, that you have to do so well. And in the men's race, they won, got gold. So she is definitely one to watch for the future. She has an incredible start on her, but just needs that experience to keep it under control when the pressure is on. You can see there the programs, we can see the 2 athletes and how different the lines are. So we're only talking a few inches, but that can make a huge difference.
You can also see how much faster than the Korea side was. She was starting to really sort of overtake.
Kim Meilemans is next for Belgium. 21-year-old, 14th place for her. Slaps her thighs. Michael Phelps at the start there, just to get that crucial good start. She's a fair starter. She's not blindly off the blocks by any means. 5:20 or thereabouts. 5:22.
You're getting good at this predictions, John.
Her best run of her campaign so far was on the first run today, so hopefully if she puts another good run in today, she'll be really happy with her final day and walk away with a smile, a little bit of relief that it's all over and all the pressure's finished of being at the Olympic Games. But it's just about putting the consistent runs in, and she's having another really good run here. She just needs to get this right, just a little tap in, you know, centimetres the other way, and she would have got through there clean. And she now starts building speed into the big Olympic corner and out on the exit through the speed trap, but can she hold on enough?
2 top 10 World Cup finishes for Meilemans this year. Curve 16 will bring her Olympic Games to a conclusion as well. 52.26 is her time. And that is the quickest of all of her 4 runs. An excellent way to finish your Olympic Games.
Lizzie's dad, Lizzie Arnold's dad there in that big red coat. They're all waiting in anticipation about what's going to happen in this race. That was a good run from her. She has really good body position on the sled. Her head is so incredibly low. Her shoulders are flat. We do a lot of work in wind tunnels throughout the summer months, perfecting body positions. And even when she takes that hit, look how low her shoulders stick onto that sled. And that's what you always need to do.
Coach seems relatively happy as well.
Yeah, Martin Rettel, ex-skeleton slider for Austria, has won many a medal in his time.
So Meilemans for Belgium, her job done. IOC president having a night out, and why not? This is an exciting event. It's going to crank up greatly over the next 25 minutes or so. Katie Ulander really has had a game she'll want to forget, really. If anybody needs a confidence restoring good last run, it's her, in tears after run 2 yesterday.
Yeah, she really wants this just so badly. Her Olympic chase for a medal has been many, many years in the making. She tried to go to the Summer Games in London, but here you can just see, I think almost because she wants it so bad, the tension is in her body and she just doesn't look as relaxed as other sliders. She's always had quite a unique way to steer, using her legs, they're always quite far apart, anchoring her, but yeah, I so want it for Katie, and I want her to be able to move on up and just feel happy with how she's performed in these games.
Ulander then brings her event to a conclusion, 52. Slowest run of the lot there. And that might just be her that made the championship now, what do you think?
I think out of all the athletes here, she will be the most disappointed out of everyone. because it's her 4th Games. You know, she came 4th in Sochi 4 years ago. She was really flying at the beginning of the week in training. You know, she was probably an outside chance for a medal, but you really thought she'd put the pressure on the front runners and maybe get herself in amongst the medals that she's deserved and wanted for so long, but it just hasn't worked out for her sort of as it's come to the race.
Yeah, she has made those few mistakes. She was a bit too high there, she's dropping a bit, she's having to work harder, and therefore she's just not settled on the sled as well.
Nice to see a smile, at least, and an embrace of Marlemans for Katie Ulander. Now, 2 of the next 3 are really slick off the blocks. Jane Chanel will be next. She's 12th at the moment. She's put together 3 really consistent runs, and she's assisted, of course, with this terrific start. You'd have thought if anybody's capable of cutting 5 seconds for a start, it might just be her. She won't be far off, I don't think.
5:05, that's one of the best starts we've seen in the competition. I think 5:02 is the best, but that's consistent with what we've seen from her today. But she ran a long way to get that, but is that going to kill her velocity at the top of the track? We'll see. She just needs to put a good run in. The Canadian equipment hasn't really been working, and they've just made little mistakes all the way down the track. High line there pushes her across into weight as she builds speed now down into the important corner to have speed for the bottom of the track, and that was a really good run. This is the run that she should have been putting in all the way through the competition, but just hasn't managed to find it.
52.28, so best effort so far, and now uphill to the line. Jane Chanel finishes her Olympic experience with a cracking 52.09. Now that's more like it. It's a little too late, but what a strong finish.
To finish on a strong run like that, that was an incredible run, and she's probably wishing that she'd managed it in the other 3, but she can be happy, she can go away proud. She's finished on a strong run. She has the best start of this whole competition, of the whole field. She is an incredible sprinter, training so hard in the summer months. The Canadians have an ice push house, so they're very lucky all year round. They can be pushing their sleds on the ice and knowing the feeling of what it's like to be sprinting on that cold, hard surface.
That run is just going to put pressure on the next 3 sliders, because they're also close to try and move up. But that was a really good run. That would be mixing it with the top 5 women.
Here's the really likeable and most consistent Marina Giardoni from Switzerland. She starts this final run in 11th place. She's 30 now. This might be her final Olympic Games as well. A distinguished career, which took her as number 5 in the world 2 years ago. Giardoni then, with her eyes possibly on a top 10 finish if she's slick and error-free over the next 45 seconds.
Yeah, her push has always taken her down the track more, and because she isn't as strong anymore, she has had hamstring issues over the last few years. Her sliding and her driving therefore isn't quite as good, and some tracks the push can take you quite far. This is an unforgiving track. It's got flat sections, there's uphill sections, and you have to work really hard and drive it as well as you can push it.
Giardoni coming to the conclusion then. She was ragged after curve 7. She's now at 15, and Giardoni finishes off with a time of 52.46. That is her slowest run to date. At the moment, the Canadian Jane Chanel holds the lead, but things are going to change dramatically as we head to the top 10 coming your way.
And now these next couple of slides are both Canadian as well, so this is for bragging rights to see who finishes top in their nation at the Olympic Games. So that's what these next 3 sliders are going to all be finding out for, and that's just to go home on the flight. Now, who's going to make the tea and coffee and everything else when they get home, maybe for the next couple of weeks of training. Great to see the difference in the lines there between the leader and obviously the Swiss side. You see she's just going so much further around the corner because of those ups and downs, and it's all those ups and downs are extra meterage, which is obviously extra time as well.
Next to go then for Canada is Mimi Raneva. She's in 10th place, and the feature of
her sliding is this explosive, terrific start. She'll get down very fast as well. 5:12 is her start time. She's very, very quick. You know, there's been just 400s between all of her starts, all 4 runs.
Very, very consistent, and that's what you want. 4 consistent runs added up together. And yeah, that's what this girl has. So the fact that she has got an incredible start allows her a little bit more mistakes on the bottom, but she's just making the little clip too early there. She's having to fight as she comes at corner 9, which is pushing her and going late into 12. There again, another clip, and that's exactly the same corner that some of the top riders have also been clipping into.
So it's dropping away here for Raneva. And uphill, as we keep stressing, once the speed's lost, it's really, really hard to get it back. And that 52.65 will go down as a disappointment. She's been as quick as 52.06. Mistakes, costly, it's an equation we're getting used to.
Yes, every single athlete here has it's just fighting. It's the very last run. For some people, it just means they relax and they've got nothing to lose, and out they go and then have the best ride of their life. For others, they're still fighting because they still really want to move up, and it's that psychological battle of whether it's going to improve their sliding or make mistakes like that and just give extra tension in their sled and their body, really lifting off the sled there.
About 15 minutes away from knowing if Janine Flock will win Austria's first ever gold in this event. Or maybe Lizzie Arnold to win gold again. Jacqueline Lurling for Germany in 3rd place. Germany have never won gold. Laura Dees on the fringe in 4th place. All the drama to unfold shortly. Here's Elizabeth Vajday of Canada. She's 9th at the moment. Bad first run, much better second run, slightly indifferent 3rd run. It's been the story of her Olympic Games.
She just hasn't had the consistency that the top sliders have had, and that's why she's back where she is. See that she's got a great line into the top part of the track where you need to carry speed from the start. Now, can she put a good run in like she did on the second run yesterday to keep in front of her teammate? So this is going to be a really close run as we start moving down the track into corner 8, where it really drops down sort of the height of a double-decker bus in such a short space of time as they come into the crucial corner 9. She looks like she's nailed that into 12. Now she's starting to move away, so is this now not thinking about her teammate and applying pressure to the next sliders coming up to try and move towards that top 6?
Vajday's going for it here. Her best run, 52.01. Lovely out of 15, that. And pretty straight on the final curve as well. 51.82. Well done, Elizabeth Vajday. She gets married next month, and that'll send her to the ceremonies much, much happier. There'll be an element of frustration mixed in as well. If only she had done that all 4, but look how thrilled she is to finish off like that.
Yes, she is a really, really good slider. She's been consistently up there. She's ranked 3rd in the world. She knows she can do better than that, but she has just put down a great performance. Look at her there, beautifully lying on the sled. Really good lines, perfect bottom part there. So a little bit too late, but she's moved on up, and let's see how long she stays up there. She's in the lead by quite some bit there.
Just to put that one into some perspective, the medalists potentially would love a 51.82 to round off their runs.
That's the 4th fastest run of the whole competition.
That just shows you what Vajday can do. However, we now move on. In 8th place is Kimberly Boss. Kimberly Boss goes for the Netherlands at her first Olympic Games. She's aged just 24. And can she finish off with a flourish? Her start time there is 5:17. Again, wonderfully consistent. 400ths span her starts right across the competition so far. Excellent stuff, and great start from Boss.
This has been she's had a really good Olympic Games for someone so young in her sliding development. It's been great to see some of these young sliders that are just building experience towards the next 4 years and into that Olympic Games. Just takes a little tap, big oscillations in curve 12, that might cost her a little bit of speed as she now comes down into the fastest part of the track through the Olympic corner into the speed trap.
She might be close to 52 seconds as well here. Boss really going for it. And she finishes off now at 52.01. She takes the lead for the moment.
Yeah, what an incredible run by her, finishing off on an absolute high. I think Varte there did think she was probably going to hang around for a little bit longer. But everyone is just giving it their best.
So exciting, 7 to go, building up to the medal chase.
Is there starting to be a little bit of speed coming into the track as the night wears on? It's starting to get a little bit colder, the air temperature's dropping, the ice might just be getting a little bit harder, which is going to suit people's equipment more than others.
Remember in the last run yesterday, no one got under 52 seconds. I think it's certain to happen and happen soon.
Yeah, I was thinking exactly the same thing actually, John, about the ice and whether it's the conditions which are slightly different than yesterday. It just means a few different degrees can make all the difference to the ice and can therefore suit some sliders.
Possibly in 7th place, the last athlete to go who can't really hold on to medal pretensions. Her name is Lelda Pregulena. At the moment, she's half a second off Lurling in bronze medal position. So Pregulena on her way, usually a good starter as well. She's capable of 5.13, 5.19, gives her a fighting chance.
Very good line there into corner 1. She was perfectly still, didn't have to fight her perfect position like quite a lot of the other athletes. You have to load onto your sled in the perfect position. You've got a balance point on these sleds which are set up to your body. So you have to load onto the sled after sprinting all that power and be still and calm and lie there and feel what's happening and feel the track through your body. Very good run here. She's really holding it together. It's tucked into her sled, really tight and neat.
Pregulena has been excellent on this 4th and final run. 15 taken with aplomb. What an excellent run from Lelda Pregulena. She goes 52.09. And that's good enough to take her ahead of Kimberly Voss into the lead for the moment. So Pregulena, she's going to finish no worse than 7th place at the Olympic Games.
Yeah, she would definitely have taken that at the start. She's ranked, where is she ranked in the world? She's 11th ranked in the world. So for her to get in that top 10 was probably her goal. So to be able to finish off in this position, she's definitely come out with her A game. She's definitely brought her best performance when it matters and when it counts. And that there is where she's managing to get her speed. And she's done so well to learn this track in only the 6 runs that you're given.
Well done, Lelda. She's given it everything and rewarded. 14th in Sochi. Improved on that with a vengeance here in South Korea. And now we come to the potential medalists. Tina Hermann next. She's in 6th place. She is 0.2 of a second off Jacqueline Lurling in the bronze medal position. The thing with Hermann is she's been improving and improving and improving all the way. If you're looking for times here, 51.8 or better would put some pressure on Laura Dees and Jacqueline Lurling, that's for sure.
She had a 51.83 in the first run, and that is, again, one of the fastest of the competition so far. So she's found the groove today, she's found the settings from yesterday that she just needed to tweak. This is going to put a pressure on the sort of next 2 or 3 sliders coming. Whether it's good enough to get her into the medals, I'm not too sure. But it will certainly put pressure on Anna Fernstead and Laura Dees coming up in the next couple of sleds. And this is perfect run. It really is coming into the big Olympic corner and through the fastest part of the track down the bottom.
Just a tricky 15th to negotiate. Lovely from Hermann. My word, she's had a good Olympic Games. And she goes 51.8, which we thought she would need to crank the pressure up on the other 5 who are looking for medals.
That was an incredible run by her. She's got the fastest push out of all the Germans. She's tiny, she tucks on into the sled. That was a beautiful run. Really perfectly, almost faultless. And just to watch those times and the splits get faster and faster and her lead get bigger and bigger. Look at her there, that's how to come out. She's look at her eyes, they're looking straight into corner 12 where she wants to enter. Very, very good run by Tina, the German there.
Very impressive indeed. And that now means the likes of Laura Dees, Jacqueline Lurling, Lizzie Arnold, they really need to be on their game. This 52 seconds may not be good enough on these final runs. Carbon copy here, Anna Fernstedt. Improvement seen right the way through the competition. And she's just 14 hundredths off Lurling in third place at the moment. Laura Dees to come next, of course. Fernstedt needs to do what Herman has just done.
Her start is a little bit slower, but that was still the best out of her competition so far, so she is giving it 110%. She wants to beat her German rival slider, probably best friend, but when you get here on race day, you are each for your own. You and your sled have to get down to the bottom as fast as you can. So far, this is looking clean, this is looking good. A little bit, she's having to control it there, just slightly control the skid, but so far pretty clean, but the time is bleeding away a little bit more, but like most of the Germans, can she make it back into the bottom three corners?
Yeah, they're good at that, aren't they? They're really good at holding speed. Herman had her nose in front, keeps her nose in front. Herman moves up to 5th place as Fernstedt drops back.
Wow. And like you said, John, maybe that 52-second mark isn't enough, and it should bang on 52 seconds, and it's not enough. It needs a small margin. You know, we're talking 600 to the second, which is a blink of an eye.
The bottom line is, the next 4 chasing medals have got to be right on it.
You could just see she was longer on that exit of 9. Her sled and her runners stayed on the corner for longer, so she didn't quite have the right angle. Just had that fight at the end of the straight. Ooh. Hold it together.
How are we all at home? How are we all? Laura Dees goes next to Great Britain in 4th place. Doesn't really tell the measure of her consistency at this Olympic Games. And let's not forget as well, for Laura, it is her first Olympic Games, age 29. Stunningly consistent. Good starter. We want that 51.8 or better. First though, we need the usual good start. Can she get under 5.1 here to give her a cracking shot at this? She's got it. 5.09. Dees has a super start.
She's matched her start from run 3. Can she hold it together now? She's got to stay calm. She would have seen everyone slowly leaving the changing rooms, just using her feet there. She's got quite a big lead, but look at her there. Perfect lines, perfect sliding. Hold it together, Laura.
4/10 up on Herman. She can hold that, of course. It will confirm 4th place, but she's got her eyes on the medal if she can.
She has to come out of here clean. Little clip. And now she can't clip into that corner that she did just here. Perfect. So she's improved on that. We've just got to hope that the exit of 9 was enough to keep her moving on up the leaderboard.
Then 15. Lovely, right up the middle, dead centre, slightly high on the entrance to 16, but she's confirmed as 4th. At the very worst, Laura Dees has done all she can. Will it be enough though? 51.9. I'm not sure, would have much preferred 51.8.
She was slowly losing time the further she got down the track towards the bottom. She had an incredible start, but I think you could see she wasn't quite as relaxed as she was on her previous run. She knows so badly she wants to move up. Just there, that's what probably did it. She didn't have the perfect line that she had on the run before. However, she then did perfect her steer and she didn't clip. So let's just see what's going to happen. She has moved on up. She is there, still in the leaderboard, standing in the 1st place.
Look how close Herman got to her though, but Laura Dees confirmed 4th. Can it get any better for her? Jacqueline Lurling, 2 years of complete excellence. She admitted to nerves at the very start of the competition, and they have shown. Now Lurling, funnily enough, has got 2 52-second runs to her name. If she does that here, Lurling's in trouble. We wish her well because she's had a magnificent 2 years. Really the world's best.
Lurling is ranked #1 in the world and she has a phenomenal track record. She has been up there winning medals week in, week out. She's had 4 podium finishes, so she does truly believe to be up here on the podium.
How's it looking to you, John?
This is, the deficit now is still from the start because Laura started so much quicker, but she's just making little mistakes here. Is this going to be the run that sees Laura Dees move up into a medal? That's big skid there. Now that could be the mistake that's going to give Laura Dees what she needs to move up. And she's still building speed. I don't know how she comes down to the bottom of the track.
Down to a 10th, second last curve. She's wide on it. Nothing between Lurling and Dees. Lurling just touches Dees out. She does what she does all of the time, and that is fine speed very, very late. She's got amazing credentials. Lurling guaranteed a medal.
Oh, the Germans are just so good at this. They're not the best starters in the world, and yet they build speed with every single. Look at her there. Beautiful position. She nailed that. She didn't, I mean, she wasn't as straight as she wanted to, but it was better than Laura's run. And look at her there. She is world #1. And can she now creep up and maybe get world #1 in this Olympics and get a gold? Is it enough?
Lizzie Arnold next, the Olympic champion. Can she make history and win it again? First things first, before Janine Flock goes, Arnold has got to stay ahead of Lurling. How she started, John Jackson?
She started well, and she just needs to focus on her against the track. This is what it's all about now. Don't worry about the German, don't worry about the Austrian. She needs to put in a perfect run. She cannot make a mistake at all on this run. Everything's looking good so far. The lines are good. She's got good control. She's starting to build speed as this corner 8 drops away now into 9. This is crucial. She's got the little tap, that's the same, but look at the gap, she's got half a second. Is this the run that is going to give her her second gold medal and defend her job as an Olympic champion?
Just spend 15 to negotiate. She had a big lead over Lurling. This could be at least silver for Lizzie Arnold. She goes to the front, and how? And look at the time, 51.46 to pile the pressure on Janine Flock.
That is a gold medal winning run, I am sure of it. We are looking at a 2-time Olympic champion.
Janine Flock to come though. What pressure now on the Austrian. Lizzie Arnold, a sensational final run. She knows it as well.
She does know it. That was a track record. That was unbelievable. Yes, she made that mistake there, but she had so much time in her bag to be able to play with. Now Janine Flock is going to be up there in the change room.
Second soft record.
She's the only one there.
Great Britain skeleton. Yeah. She's in the lead. There's one more person to go.
I'm not sure she can do it. I really do believe that.
The other Great Britain girl there, she's just been knocked into 4th.
But come on, Janine, hold it together, girl. You've got a good push.
Yeah, well, no, but she's got like that's what it is. She'll finish 4th. She's finishing 4th no matter what this one's.
Janine Flock for world #1 needs to run above 28 years to tip out Lizzie Arnold. It looks a big ask. She's got a decent enough start though, 5.22.
That is not going to be enough. She's just made a little mistake there. This is going to now drop away. That's all the time she's lost. This is how good Lizzie's run was. She's just made one mistake and she's already 10 to go. Can she get control and start to build up as she comes down the run? No, this is not about her staying in the front of Lizzie. Is she going to drop the silver or even the bronze? Now, it's a big gap back to Laura Dees. Dees' run is good. It's looking like she's going to hold on to a bronze medal position, but time is dropping away.
Dropping away all the time. Looks like Lizzie Arnold's going to win gold again. Where's Flock going to finish? Has Laura Dees got a medal in her? Flock goes
Yeah, she has. She got bronze, yeah. No.
No, me and the Britain. This is what?
Yeah.
So, gold and bronze.
Gold and bronze, yeah. Look at them all over there. The whole mums did it.
successfully defend her Olympic title. And for Laura Dees, who dreamed of medals at badminton.
She got knocked down to 4th by Harold teammates, but then she's just fucked up big time and put her back into 5th.
Having started off in the lead and missing out on the medal is a killer for her.
She got gold.
Lizzie Arnold's done it again. And a great day for Great Britain at the Winter Olympics.
I just want to give. I'm so happy.
One of your football players that.
I've lived with Janine my whole entire life, and I know how much she wants this medal. You know what? She wasn't able to hold it together, and she made those tiny mistakes. My heart goes out to Janine because of, and look at her coach Mickey. She just couldn't quite give it together, and that is where Lizzie is so strong. Mentally, Lizzie is so tough, and she knows how to win. We now have a gold medal again, and we have a bronze medal by Laura Dees. She thought she'd lost it, just like Dom did in the men. There's her fiance.
She won the Olympics last time.
A big party tonight. Team Great Britain.
In Winter Olympic history,
And then won the world title and now won the
3 medals in a single day. Earlier, of course, Izzy Atkins, wonderful bronze, and 2 here, continuing Great Britain's unbelievable run of success in women's skeleton. It's a story that you couldn't have made up, the stuff of dreams.
It certainly is, and this is where skeleton now, British skeleton, has been gone from being a successful sport in the women's sport to now dominating the world in both men and women. This sport is about to move leaps and bounds.
The most medals. It was in the.
Because the only concentrate on the ones that we know we win medals.
She did that day. Somebody can get it in this morning. That one maybe to go fast around the track.
Yes, only certain athletes
can
deal with the pressure, and it is such a hard place to be. And then you have to put down that run of your life like Janine there. I feel for her so badly. She so wanted a medal and to get that gold, but she wasn't good enough today, and she wasn't able to put down those 4 consistent runs like Lizzie was, and like Laura Dees. So, you know what, a massive shout out to the whole entire British team. The support structure that goes behind those 2 girls winning those medals, from Danny Holdcroft, the head of performance, who has also been their strength conditioning coach for all over the years, from Andy Schmidt, the head coach, who's at the top there, Rachel Blackman, who built and designed their sleds, along with James Rock, who's Lizzie's married to. Everyone else, there's so many people within the team to thank for the performances of those 2 girls.
Here is Lizzie then. My word. What a moment for British sport. And the discussions were beforehand. Flock, Lurling, superb exponents of this sport. Never have tasted this pressure before. Lizzie thrives on it.
She certainly does, but this is what happened, you know, there's a little bit of pressure. Her second run yesterday, she was a bit all over the place, and she dropped back from gold into that sort of second position. But then today, her first run was good, she had settled there. That last run was absolutely phenomenal from Lizzie. You could see the other 3 competitors at the bottom, when they saw the time, even they were like that. Wow, that is absolutely phenomenal, and that's what champions are made of.
Jacqueline Lurling there. So young, so brilliant, but second place for her. Germany, of course, effectively no great track record in this race, in this event. I know a couple of Germans finished behind Amy Williams, but they still can't quite manage to win it. But that was only due to Jarnold's brilliance.
It certainly was, and what happened there is potentially that Janine Flock would have been able to see the clock and seen the time, and it's just put her off.
So look at that, Lizzie Arnold's won gold by nearly half a second. Jacqueline Lurling in the silver medal position, and a wonderful bronze medal for Laura Dees. Celebrations all round.
Lizzie Arnold has done it. The only gold medalist for Team GB from the Sochi Olympics becomes the first Winter Olympian from this country ever to successfully defend her title. And Great Britain moved to 16th on that board, the first time ever that the team has won 3 medals on the same day at a Winter Olympics. 1 gold and now 3 bronze, and the first time ever that 2 athletes from this country have finished in the top 3 of the same event. Lizzie Arnold, at the age of 29, cannot quite believe what she has achieved. This is a fabulous comeback from an athlete who had achieved everything. In 2015, she reigned supreme. She was Olympic, World, European, World Cup title holder. She could win it all. She stepped away. She's come back into the sport. She's had to fight her way back. This, her first win, And the most important win, the only win that matters, since she stepped back into that team. And full credit to the skeleton set up, to her family, to everyone, and to Laura Dees, because Laura Dees has pushed her all year. They've worked and trained together, and for Laura to get a medal as well, it's just so just. Alex Cooper alongside me, bronze medalist from Salt Lake City. We see a day that you must be so proud of, because you started this happening again at the beginning of this century, and there's 2 of them on the podium.
I know, I mean, to be honest, you know, when I started, I was competing in World Cups, I was winning races, I was doing well, and nobody knew. No one even knew what a skeleton was. You had to explain yourself constantly. We went to races where, you know, there'd maybe be one man and his dog watching, literally. What has happened in these last 16 years? I mean, sometimes I do kind of think, well, what have I done? But it's just, I mean, I'm literally lost for words. It's just incredible. I mean, we said 1 medal, hopefully 2. On the day, they just kept their heads. And look where we are, just amazing.
They've both come through the Talent ID programme, Girls for Gold. This, I think, a tremendous moment for girls everywhere who think, could I become an Olympic champion? Could I end up at the Winter Olympics? Well, you could. And the list of success in skeleton for the 3rd Olympics in a row, Great Britain takes the gold medal. But Alex Cooper here set things off. Shelley Rudman improved to silver. Amy Williams won a gold. Lizzie Arnold won a gold. And here, a gold and bronze. There is strength and depth. I wonder whether this might be the last time we see Lizzie Arnold at a major competition. What else would there be left to achieve than this?
Yeah, I mean, what does she do? No, I know what Lizzie's like. I'm sure if she decides that she's achieved everything she can, she'll just go and find something else, another challenge, and I'm sure she'll be incredibly successful at that.
This is so impressive. She sets a track record on her 4th and final run, 51.46 seconds. She was chasing Janine Flock. She didn't have that much in hand over Jacqueline Lurling. But this run means that she wins the gold medal by half a second, more than half a second.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, of all the runs, that last run was definitely her best. You could just see that she knew she had nothing to lose, but she really didn't. She was confident that she knew how to drive this track to the best of her abilities with the limited training we get, and she just went out and did her stuff.
Well, it was so good. Let's just see it from the beginning again and see it in its entirety. Now, you said that her build, but also her mental attitude, has put her in such a good position for this course on this day.
Yeah, I mean, literally nothing seems to faze her. She gets on her sled. She's not the fastest starter. She's kind of mid-pack, but she's always got a good, decent start, and she's very good at relaxing herself quite quickly. She doesn't get fazed by the fact that she can't do the perfect run. She just doesn't let it bother her. She knows there are some tricky corners, and in this run she actually went through those difficult areas really, really well, and she's just picking up speed constantly as she goes down the track.
And even travelling at this speed, she's thinking ahead. She takes a little knock there, but she recovers quickly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, those tricky bits of the track, once you're through them, the best thing is to then just relax again, get that good body position, and she never loses that. Some of the sliders, they have a hit and they panic a bit and they start to move about on their sled, but she never let that faze her. She just relaxed back into it and got, picks up so much more speed down the bottom of the track.
Great champions are consistent. They work hard. They have huge commitment. They are competitive. But the short of breath, she was dizzy after her first run. She's been struggling with a sinus problem. She's been struggling really to believe that she was still the best in the world. Today, it has all come together in the most magnificent way. She can recover from the odd bump. She is a double Olympic champion.
Just incredible. I mean, the relief, I think that's the one thing that possibly people won't realise, that, yeah, of course she wanted to win a medal, but the relief of actually doing it. Everyone thought she'd just turn up and just walk away with it, but that's not what happens. The top 4, they all moved places in that last run. We always said, as with all the other track sports, that this was going to be such an exciting race. It would always come down to the last, literally, 100 metres of the track, which it did.
And it meant that everyone had a chance. And Laura Dees, equally going in 4th fastest, knew that with a good run she could move up the leaderboard. In the end, it took a mistake from Janine Flock to give her a medal. But talk us through this moment for Laura at her first Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, she's been so consistent on this track. To have some of the fastest times in training. It's a very technical track, it's a very difficult track, and I think a lot of the other women in this race, they took a long time to actually learn how to drive this track. 6 runs is nothing. Literally 6 minutes practice in preparation for the Olympic final, but she knew that she could herself well, she's got a good start on her. She's very good at understanding the principles of driving a sled. She's been involved in the sport a long time, and she's a very fluid driver. She's very neat. She doesn't use her body weight.
Is that Laura and Lizzie, they started at the same time in 2009. They're the same age, 29. Their families are really good friends because they've been around on the circuit together for so long. So as a team effort, they really are together in this. And Lizzie will be as pleased that Laura has a medal as she is that she's won it.
Yeah, I mean, it's great for Laura. Laura has taken kind of a different path. She's had to really fight for her place in this team. She's done some of the minor international circuits, and she's had to work her way up into the World Cup team and get herself into, you know, qualified for the Olympics. First Olympics, come away with a bronze medal, absolutely awesome.
I think it's testament to the skeleton team that at 6 medals available in men and women, they just went
yeah,
up.
we've taken 3.
Yeah.
So impressive.
Yeah, it really is. And these are the live scenes. Laura Dees there on the right, Lizzie Arnold laughing in the middle. They can't believe they are both on a podium. The first time that this has happened with Winter Olympic British athletes. Scenes of joy and happiness as Laura Dees steps up to receive her mascot, Suharang, the white tiger, the mascot of these Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. And she has finished 3rd. She is on the podium in the women's skeleton.
2nd place.
And the silver medalist, well, credit to her, the world #1, Jacqueline Lerling of Germany. Real strength in this competition. I mean, particularly from the Germans who had 3 in the top 6. And now we have the double Olympic champion, the gold medalist, Lizzie Arnold.
1st place, Great Britain. Lizzie Arnold.
She was so brave in setting this out as her target. Well, I'm going there to do one thing. I'm going there to make history.
Ladies and gentlemen, the athletes.
So we don't get a national anthem at this stage. That will happen later in the medals plaza when she receives her gold medal. But she's saying to Laura and to Jacqueline Lerling, come up here, come on, let's have a hug. It's a very close, tight-knit community. The skeleton athletes all know what they have been through. And look at that. Look at that shot. Look at that leaderboard. 2 British athletes in gold and bronze medal position in the skeleton at the Winter Olympics. What a moment, and it means that Lizzie Arnold cements her place in sporting history.
British ice hockey team in stripes has been covering itself with glory in the Olympic contests of Garmisch. It defeated Japan and then Canada, generally considered the best team at Garmisch, by 2 goals to 1.
Points were added up. Vanessa Alfred has won the Olympic figure skating title.
It looks like a good start. Nash safely aboard, Dixon safely aboard. This is a really fast run by the Britons. They could be on the way to a gold medal.
Superb artistry, superb athleticism. John Curry did not put a foot wrong.
Completes his long free skating program to a great round of applause. And Cousins, the gold medalist of 1980.
The people are standing and applauding. The Union Jacks are flying around the ring. James Orwell and Christopher Lee have won the gold medal.
It's looking good. She's done it! It's Olympic gold for Great Britain. Surely it's gold for Great Britain. Oh yes, Amy Williams is the queen of speed in Canada. Here goes Lizzie Arnold. She's going to win the gold medal, surely. She's going to do it. Lizzie Arnold is the Olympic champion. Oh my goodness.
So since 1924, Great Britain have only won 11 gold medals at the Winter Olympics, and never before had anyone won the same. Well, today that changes because it's defend her title. And Alex, can you just put into context how difficult that was?
I don't know, it might be different, like, I don't know, what very much, but as far as I know, yeah, Saturday 2 o'clock, Sunday 2 o'clock.
Because you just go for the green face as well,
The reason it is because it's so hard. You know, the 4 years of training, this is a brutal sport. It's brutal physically, emotionally, mentally. You're away for like half of the year. You're separated from your family. So to actually go through all of that and having won it once, to come back and try again, and try when ultimately she had actually quite a high score failure. She done particularly well in the season, but to have the mental grit to come back and say, well, I don't care about any of that, I'm just going to go out and I'm going to show you what I can do.
Brilliantly summed up. And while Skeleton and everyone involved in Skeleton celebrates, the world of short track speed skating cries with Elise Christie, because Sarah, once again today, it was an event that finished in just desperate scenes as Elise Christie was taken away on a stretcher after this incident, the semi-finals of the 1500 metres.
Yeah, it's a terrible shame for Elise, and you know, that's two distances down. We still have one to go. We had good news that nothing's broken. She'll be back on Tuesday.
She's back on
Tuesday. Put it all down to the last day.
This morning.
Get behind her and wish her all the best for Tuesday.
Let me listen.
And John, we see her being rapidly taken away.
She couldn't have skated this morning, because when she's had this accident, she's saying she went up to the hospital, she hasn't broken nothing, she'll be back on Tuesday. So she skated this morning, this was it.
Well, the one I watched this morning, she didn't fall. She was spared.
Well, they weren't watching there, then the one who fell would come.
It was it? It was definitely it.
Well, she's not skating again till Tuesday. So if you've watched her this morning, you couldn't have, because it must have been that race where she fell.
The one I watched, she didn't fall.
Well, it must have been a small, you must have been watching repeats from whenever. Because there she is, getting carried off in a fucking stretcher.
Well, she never fell this morning, that's what I'm saying. Do you know what one that was?
Is bringing home 3 medals from the Winter Games.
She probably falls every time you go for races. I was trying to do that speed skating.
When your dreams of retiring to the sun, take an unexpected turn.
Hello, Mum.
I've come home. He's just having a perfectly routine midlife crisis.
Hurry up, I can't breathe.
No, thank you, Mum, you're not doing his washing.
It was just like old times.
We're off to a good start. Hold the Sunset starts tomorrow at 7:30 on BBC One.
Pep's plans paid off. Pop struggle to deliver. Big names are falling. Is your team still a winner? Fans are hoping, fans expect. You'll soon be forgotten if you don't come correct. 4 games from glory as we raise up the stakes. If winner stays on, make no mistakes. FA Cup 5th round this weekend across the BBC.
What?
Whatever.
I know that.
Now on BBC One, the BBC News with Alina Jenkins.
Really? Just go back sometime. See what's happening in the world.
Hello, good afternoon. Theresa May has called for a new deep and special partnership after Brexit to ensure the UK and the EU can continue to work together on security. In a speech in Germany, the Prime Minister said that the UK's commitment to protecting Europe from threats was unconditional. She warned that failing to cooperate would put everyone at risk. In response, the President of the European Commission said he would welcome a close security alliance, but it must be negotiated separately from Brexit. Our political correspondent Vicky Young reports.
In defence and security, the UK is a significant player. The Prime Minister hopes that will get her.
Is the youngest athlete on the England team going to the Gold Coast for the Commonwealth Games. She's not 18 till next month. European junior silver medalist. She's heading off to university in the USA as well. So she's one at the start of her career, but yeah, as the youngest athlete heading off to the Gold Coast, this is going to be a huge experience for her over the next couple of months.
Absolutely, you know, and with her outdoor personal best of 4 metres 35, that is significant for a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
We can already see, you know, she's a European junior silver medalist, and you know, she's on that team. She's, you know, got the qualification standard. Hopefully she can just go and enjoy the experience and not be too daunted by it. But competing here in the National Indoor Arena, obviously in Birmingham, it's a great chance for her to kind of feel a championship atmosphere before she actually gets out there to the Gold Coast.
We won't see the early stages of the pole, by the way, because the height is 365 at the early stages, of which Eden and Mora are both clear at the first time, so the bar will go up to 385. Certainly Jade Ive has passed through at least the 4 metres. We may see Molly Cordery at 385 just to get a jump onto her record. She at the moment is scheduled to jump, but on the track you can see the athletes getting ready for our next event, which will be the men's 400 metres. There are 4 heats in this one, and again, if you look at some of the standout names, really, you look at the likes of Lee Thompson and Seb Williams who go together in the second heat of this event. Conrad Williams goes in the third, of course, somebody at the glittering end of his career, and the defending champion Jared Dunn, he goes in the last of the 4 heats. So that's line up for heat number 1. As you see, Luke Lennon Ford has performed well at these championships in the past there. 46.16 his lifetime best on paper.
Nervous moments, you know, just before the start, and a lot of people, you know, we talk about the finals, but you know, the competition starts at the heats phase, and you know, you almost don't want to fail at the first hurdle. You look at, you know, some start lists sometimes, and you look at someone like Luke Lennon Ford, and you just presume that he'll get, you know, through to the next round. But sometimes, you know, those nerves are just as big. For some of the people who are expected to do well, as well as a lot of people who are here for the first time and just trying to gain that championship experience.
Well, we saw OG Adepura, of course, if you went with us earlier on, that was the shock result really in the 60 metres, disqualified for a false start as we go past Luke Lennon Ford to Adam Walker-Kahn of Birchfield. Qualifying time, by the way, for the World Indoors in this event is 46.70. As we see Trafford's Joel Richardson in lane 3. Lane 2 will be Adrian Koulibaly of France. And then on the inside will be Edmund George Caddick also has the standard, but he's not competing. So Seb Roger in the next heat is the only athlete currently who has the standard in this men's 400 metres heat 1. There's 2 others.
Are these all pictures?
Yeah. So shit we are. That's the British Championships, and it's to decide who you send to like the World Championships or like the Olympics and shit like that.
So they close the marks. I think sometimes when we're in the arena, we actually think we can't see them. I'm sure they can't hear us.
Beat a certain time. It doesn't matter if you win your race, you've got to beat a certain time to qualify for the Olympics and shit like that.
So I to go with 2 laps of the track from the outside. Plenderleaf, Lennon Moore, Walker-Kahn, Richardson, Koulibaly and Amaning. Even through the first 50 or so, Luke Lennon Ford already up on Grant Plenderleaf on his outside. On his inside in the black, Adam Walker-Kahn as well, as we come around into the home straight for the first time. So Lennon Ford and Walker-Kahn are 2 out front early doors.
Yeah, absolutely. And they hit the bell there in 22.34 seconds. Really good start. It's so hard to position yourself in a race like this, but being out in front, you know, you're in control.
And Luke Lennon-Ford has that luxury at the moment. Plentyleaf moving strongly in the blue and green round the outside. It's Koulibaly, the French athlete, who's in fourth, but it's Lennon-Ford now. The challengers will come on the home straight. Grant Plentyleaf down the outside with what may be a very well-timed run. He might just have got there. Plentyleaf has timed that to perfection if he has, ahead of Lennon-Ford.
That was quite a strange race to call, actually, you know. The winner in lane 6, you know, he was nowhere at the break. He was in 3rd or 4th position, and he definitely paced himself and ran quite a more economical race.
And he has got it, 47.74 for Grant Plentyleaf. Worth mentioning, by the way, Luke Lennon-Ford is these days kept competing for Ireland, so not eligible in terms of British Triangle Cross selection. Adam Walker-Khan, lifetime best for him, 48.03 in 3rd. Koulibaly in 4. Also a lifetime best for Richardson of Trafford, 48.48. But Plentyleaf and Lennon-Ford, as we pick up the second lap here. Well, look how far back Plentyleaf is.
Yeah, absolutely, and running wide as well. I think he just gauged his race really, really well. At this stage, I thought Luke Lennon-Ford would come through on Koulibaly. Koulibaly looked really, really strong here. If someone would tell you 80 metres out that he's actually going to finish in 4th position, you'd never believe that. But Plentyleaf is coming now. He looks strong. He's gritty, he's focused on the line, finishing in lane 3, and just to get that, just gets it on the line. Absolutely superb.
Let me put that down as a scenic route, didn't we? That Plentyleaf took there, because he certainly would have covered a few extra metres going that way round.
Absolutely, and I think there's nobody in that actual heat who'd be disappointed. The first 2 have got automatic qualifications, and you know, 4th through to 6th have all run personal best. So what more can you ask from 6 competitors in one race?
Yeah, Edmund Manning of Thames Valley, 49.94, just to complete the set of lifetime bests in that first heat of 4. But it is Plentyleaf and Lennon-Ford, the 2 automatic qualifiers. We said 46.7 is the World Indoor qualifying standard. So Seth Roger, who goes in the next. Lee Thompson, though, keep an eye out for him, because he is the current Northern Indoor champion. Roger and Thompson on the outside of this next heat. They could push each other along to fast times here.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the 400 metres indoors is one of those really interesting events. It takes a lot of different skills to the outdoor event. You know, it's very, very important how you actually get yourself to that brake line. A lot of pure sprinters just choose to use that acceleration, use the power that they've got, and get themselves out in front, get themselves out of trouble. A more person who's kind of more like myself, who was more of a 400, 800 metre runner, but try not to take too much out of themselves, you know, the first 200 metres, and really rely, just like we saw in the last race, how Plentyleaf just came through the last 100 metres. So, yeah, a lot of matchups and really interesting people using different tactics in this event.
Well, Sid Roger is the 400 metre hurdles international, of course, more familiar over the obstacles outdoors. Lee Thompson currently ranked the British #1, bronze here last year. He's 46.74 is what tops the rankings there. That lifetime best in lane 6. So we see that list. Salim Koumi, by the way, in lane 4 is competing for Sudan as a guest. Elliot Dunn of Birchfield and Tom Summers of City of York on the inside, making his first appearance of the season. Again, as we cast the mind forward to the 400 metre semi-finals, sorry Jenny, that 6:35 tonight, the 400 semi-finals for men, and the final of this event is at 3:20 tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, I was just going to make the comment, Chris. Tom Summers is quite an interesting athlete. He's a former 200 metre runner, which I think a lot of people, you know, we saw Ashley Nelson earlier, she's not quite decided is she committing to this event or not. But he's a former 200 metre runner who's moved up to the 400 metres. He was 4th in the World Youth over 200 metres back in 2013 now. Shown a lot of promise, but has suffered from a few injuries. So, you know, I'm hoping someone like Tom could maybe find the mark over the 400 metres event.
While we wait for this event to start, by the way, let's just give you the official result of the men's long jump, by the way. Chris Rutherford taking the gold medal as far as the championships are concerned. It's opening round of 7 metres 80. The silver, well, second place was Adam McMullen competing for Ireland. So the second place in the British Championship in the 20 was James Lelliott, 7.65. And Farquharson with the bronze, 7.49. That's how it finished in the men's long jump. I'll bring you an update on the early stages of the women's pole vault in just a moment's time, whereas we pick up actually in the women's pole vault, we pick up Abigail Roberts, her second attempt at 385 of City of Sheffield, so she will come back again for a second attempt. First time clearance, by the way, from Molly Caudry at 385 in that women's pole vault. We'll update you on that as and when we can. Keep your eye, of course, as well as watching us on the stream across the British Athletics Twitter and social media feeds. Lots of updated results going on there to complement what we're bringing you here. As we see Lee Thompson, the current Power of 10 leader in the red bib. There's the GB Olympian from Rio, Seb Roger, in the GB kit. On his inside, representing Sudan, is Sudan Kumi. And we have Birchfield's Elliot Dunn. It's E Dunn on his bib, of course, because we have J Dunn a little bit later on, the defending champion Jared Dunn.
From the same club as well.
They are, indeed. And on the inside, we'll have Jenny Meadows alongside me, as already mentioned, in the black and green of City of York, Thomas Summers.
Alright, girls.
Lane draw is so important in this event. You know, you're drawn in lane 1 or 2. You're really, you know, up against outside lanes. You know, you get some projection momentum from the bends.
Go.
So Thompson has probably got the best of lane back up into the lane.
Go. What? Go.
So the two big hitters right on the outside, really. Lee Thompson, the 20-year-old and Northern champion, the current leader of the British rankings, has got Seb Roger on his inside at the moment. Tom Summers has started brightly, as you suggested he would have to, in the green on the inside, Jenny.
Absolutely. Let's just hope that he's not had to put too much in too soon and to be actually leading from lane 2, coming up to the 200-metre point. Let's see what he's actually got here. But all the experience of Sebastian Roger there, just settling in behind him. Let's just see, you know, sometimes it's about mentally how you're coping with this. So Tom will be going down that back straight, might know that Seb is maybe coming up, but tactically, you know, he's running wide. That's really sensible for him to do that. Make Sebastian have to recheck, go on the outside, and this is a great race all the way to finish with Lee Thompson coming up as well to take that on the line. Sebastian Roger in 3rd position, not an automatic qualification place at this point.
Saddam Kumi of Sudan getting through for 2nd, but that was reminiscent mentally, same club in the last race, blue and green, City of Sheffield, coming down the outside and taking it right on the line there from Lee Thompson. So he, of course, suddenly had something to think about that, because he's suddenly thought, wait a second, there's 2 ahead of me, there's only 2 places. He obviously always confident performance, but then he had enough there. Tom Summers, as you'd expect, just faded, having had to put everything into that first 200. But you're right, Seb Roger, as we confirm, 47.26 for Lee Thompson. That's half a second outside the world qualifier, by the way. PB of 47.48 and Seb Roger 47.54. So we'll have to wait and see whether he is one of the fastest to go through into the semis.
Yeah, here we are. You know, we're picking up. It's about 100 metres. So this is when you must walk on your legs. You want to think about what you're trying to do. You know, we can see actually Kumi is in 4th position there. How far he has to come round that bend to actually, you know, get that position. Seb Roger thinks he's done enough there, but Thompson is just flying, you know, he finishes, he comes across the line, has a sneak look at the time. It doesn't matter at this point of view, you know, at this point in time. We're just trying to see who qualifies for the next round, and it's a tough schedule before the users, you know, coming back now late in the day, you have to go away, you have to recover, think about how you feel down, how you get yourself ready, how you refresh for the next round. Of course you need to take some sort of food in, how much you're going to drink, come back, they're coming back around about 6 p.m. I think this evening, and you know, they have to come back again, do it all again tomorrow.
Yeah, 6:35 tonight, so they'll be, as you say, be away and managing themselves. I'd say for Lee Thompson, he's only 20. It was a well-run tactical run that, because someone of his inexperience there, all of a sudden you know full well there's only 2 spots. But he was pressure from behind him, and he was putting up on his shoulder. He just seemed to manage it very well for a guy of his age.
I've been on like 10 o'clock last few weekends.
She said you're always in bed all day. Only last week, because you told you were in work and you had to come back.
So I was up at 10 o'clock. I was up at 6:30 last week as I was in work. I was up at 10 o'clock the other weekend. I was up at 10 the weekend before that.
Yeah, you've not.
Was I? Yeah.
She said you sleep all day, every weekend.
Fuck off! I'm up! Fuck off, I'm up! Dressed, showered and everything, sitting here from like 12 o'clock every weekend telling you to fuck off!
Oh, you fuck?
Fucking get out! What are you up? No, don't leave me like that! Fucking bum!
34 coming up. men's 400 metres. As we say, just 2 3 key plus the 4 fastest qualifiers. Just have a quick look on our computer how things stand in terms of fastest losers so far. In fact, Seb Roger has been DQ'd, it's come up on our computer, so that is the end of his day.
Wow, we're having a few surprises in these championships already.
Yeah.
I'm sure Sebastian Roger would, be hoping that he could go to the championships just in 2 weeks' time here in the same arena. He has the qualification standard from indoor season last year for himself and George Caddick. Caddick trained this division estate, so he didn't put himself up for qualification at his championship. Sebastian Roger, the only person in the field who does it at this moment, and his British Championships has ended, unfortunately.
Come back to that in a second. Let me see the pole position. This is the third Claire Mora of Woking, and not quite. What a shame. At 385. So at the end of the day for Claire Mora of Woking.
And Yazuru Hanyu will win a couple of ties, several hundred in fact, but will win the pool on the ice cycle, win back the men's gold. Not been done for 60 years. Throwing down the runs in freestyle skiing, slope stylers Katie Summerhays and Izzy Atkins set out to bag Britain's first official winter medal on skis. And our first glimpse of American megastar Lindsey Vonn as the speed women throw themselves down the mountain in the Super G, a race full of quite stunning surprises. Now, in 26 years of frenetic racing at the Winter Games in short track speed skating, there's been one British medal. Nikki Gooch, bronze, 1994 in Lillehammer. Nikki Gooch is now the coach of Elise Christie, very much in her corner. Now, Elise, as you know, is a brilliant athlete. She is a multiple European athlete. She's a multiple world champion. But success has never come her way at the Olympic Games. It wasn't just Nikki in Elise's corner today. I think it was everyone in Great Britain. Would it finally come right for her in the 1500 metres? She was one of 3 British skaters in this event today. Now, in the second heat, 22-year-old Kamarna Bon Catherine Thompson, competing in her first games, was the first Briton to go and the first Briton to go out. Thompson needed to be in the top 3 in the heat to advance to the semis, but she finished 4th. Both Elise Christie and Charlotte Gilmartin did progress. And in the first of the 3 semi-finals, Alang Kim of South Korea and Canada's Kim Boutin, the woman who controversially taken bronze in the 500 metres, forced their way through to fight for the medals. And so, as they crossed the line, 2 British skaters, first in semi-final 2, it was Greenwich's Charlotte Gilmartin to try her luck, watched by Wilf O'Reilly and Simon Brotherton.
Let's get on with the second of these 3 semi-finals. There's Charlotte Gilmartin for Great Britain. So Gilmartin with a bit of work to do here with 7 laps to go, but still in the group as Tim Moores. Oh, and down she goes again. Charlotte Gilmartin has crashed out just as she did in the heats of the 500 metres, but she's back on her skates and back up and running on the ice, but a lap behind everybody else now. Meanwhile, at the front, it's Yorin Temors. Temors on the front, ahead of Fontana, with Schulting in 3rd place. Lockett right on her hip as well in 4th. And then bringing up the rear from the leading group is Kikuchi of Japan.
Well, we're going to see Temors moving through again into 1st place with just 3 laps to go. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Schulting tries to go into the back of
Fontana, but Fontana wasn't about to give way. Temors leads the way now, and Temors on the front. Fontana in 2nd place. Lockett's now looking to try and make a challenge, but she goes out a little bit wide. Temors of the Netherlands leads. Fontana in 2nd place. Kikuchi challenging in 3rd. Schulting with lots to do. Lockett's crashed to the ground. First 2 over the line. Yorin Temors and also Ariana Fontana and Diana Lockett of Australia crashed just going into the final bend, and unfortunately the Queenslander unable to challenge for a place in the final. Yeah, we have A and B finals in these events. The B finals merely to determine the final placing. Let's have a look once again. This is the 2nd semi-final, and there is Charlotte Gilmartin.
Couldn't actually see exactly what happened there, but you see Schulting trying to come up the inside, and the Italian completely blocking her out.
Here's confirmation of the result. Yorin Temors from the Netherlands and Ariana Fontana both going through. Kikuchi and Schulting into the B final. Here we go. Elise Christie needs to finish in the first two to get into the Olympic final. Choi Min-jong, the world record holder, 7-time World Championship gold medalist on the inside. Elise Christie, Zhu Yang, the 2-time and defending Olympic champion from China, and Valerie Molte from Canada.
And the question is, what will Christie do here? Will she adapt the same tactics as she did in the first round, not doing very much, and leave it for a final burst of speed at the end? I'm fairly convinced, looking at the field, there's no real specialist 1500-meter skaters in this race, so that is probably the tactics, the race plan, what she will adapt to. Choi sat comfortably behind Christie in 5th place, Christie in 4th, with China 1 and 2.
I remember in the first race of the day, Christie was confident enough in her speed to just bide her time early on in the laps, which is what she's just done initially here. Just moving up a little bit now, moving in front of Valerie Molte into 2nd place. We have Li Jinyu and Zhu Yang of China at the front at the moment, with Christie in 3rd. Remember, she's got to finish in the first 2 here. Just moves into 2nd place behind Li Jinyu, world bronze medalist in the junior championship last year. Tight up the front, not too much room there. The 2 Chinese athletes continue to dominate up to now with 7 to go.
Christie skating nice lines going into the turn. Not going in too tight, not being forced to be squeezed onto that first block. That happened in the 500. And she's still looking very, very comfortable indeed as Molte tries to attack around the outside.
Molte makes a move around the outside. Suddenly Christie looking a little bit boxed in as Molte makes her move. So it's Molte, Zhu, Li and Christie now with 4 laps to go. And at the front, Valerie Molte, who was 6th in Sochi in 2014. She's got a little bit of a gap here, Molte. She's going for a longer one. Zhu is there, and Christie's got a little bit of work to do now because Choi Min-jong comes around the outside. Choi goes towards the front. Christie cuts through on the inside. Good move from her. 2 laps to go. Christie and Choi neck and neck in 2nd place. Christie just a little bit patient there. She doesn't want to crash into Zhu. And now the race is on as they take the bell. Christie in 3rd place. Choi Min-jong leads the way. And it's between Zhu Yang and Christie now as they come round the final bend and they both catch. And Christie has crashed again now in the semi-final. Right on the final bend. Yet again she ends up in a distraught heap on the floor. She was almost there. She was almost about to qualify. She could see the line in front of her. And once more, Elise Christie, this time tangling with one of the Chinese athletes, ends up on the deck against the padding at the side of the track. Choi Min-jong qualifies first.
Well, my heart goes out to this young lady here. She skated a fantastic race. You can see there. And I hope there's been no cut. It appeared as if Lee might have cut the blade, her blade, sorry, into Christie's cut-resistant racing suit there on the inner side of the right skate. An awful disaster this. You can see that there again. So she'll be taken off by stretcher, by it looks. So a disaster here for Elise Christie.
Oh, what terrible pictures for the 2nd time in a few days.
And she's coming around the outside. And of course, we only see the angle here. We can see whether she's actually past Li of China. She's clearly not past her. And maybe the knock of the left shoulder on Li causes Li to go down. And then, of course, Li takes... We can get the rotation picture here. We need to go back a little bit. And she clearly takes Christie out. But the big question really is Elise in front of Li at this point?
And the other big question, of course, at this moment in time is hopefully she's not badly injured. Elise Christie is now being placed on a stretcher. And while the judges reach their conclusions on that semi-final, and Elise Christie and Valerie Molte have received a penalty. Choi Min-jong and Petra Yazapati both go through, and unfortunately the sad sight here in the Gangneung Ice Arena that we are watching here from the commentary box is for the final, and the home crowd beside themselves with excitement here at the possibility of Choi Min-jong or even Kim Lang claiming the gold medal.
Bhutan charging around the outside.
Bhutan wasn't going to give way there, and Ten Moors now goes to the front for the Netherlands. Shooting Ten Moors looking for a first ever Dutch gold in short track in the Olympics. Kim Bhutan is second place. Choi Min-jong tries to go around the outside. Choi Min-jong makes her move with 2 laps to go. Bhutan on the front. Choi Min-jong's got the speed. There's a little bit of daylight now. The crowd are getting really excited here. Choi Min-jong is 1 lap from the gold medal in the Olympic Games. Choi Min-jong is streaking away from everybody else here, and the battle really now is for second place. Gold for Choi Min-jong. Second place in the end for Lee Junyu of China. Kim Bhutan of Canada takes third. It's bronze for her, but the home crowd have got what they wanted to see. A gold for Choi Min-jong, who was the big favourite going into this race.
Well, she was favourite. She was favourite going to the 500 metres. She got the penalty, and now she's got the gold.
Choi Min-jong didn't finish the last race as well. When she made her move, what a blistering turn of pace she had. There was nobody that could live with it.
No, I mean, this is superb piece of skating, going around the outside and clearly firing on all cylinders, making it look so easy. Her power to weight ratio is so phenomenal.
An extraordinary burst of pace that left everybody else racing for the other medals for silver. Choi Min-jong, but a great race from the 17-year-old Lee Junyu from China, who was near the back for most of the race. She timed her effort well. That was a great victory, a dominant victory for Choi Min-jong. We shouldn't forget, she was the overall world champion at the age of 16. She's got 7 world titles of various descriptions, and she's still only 19 years of age, including twice the overall world champion. But this tops the lot, winning the gold in front of a home crowd.
Yeah, hometown victory for Korea, and they were smiling, that's for sure, but Elise Christie, not so much. After that collision with Lee Junyu, Elise was taken to hospital for a precautionary scan. We can happily report no broken bones, and her boyfriend, Hungry Shaolin Liu, has told BBC Sport that Elise is indeed hoping to compete in the last of her 3 events, the 1,000 metres, and that will be on Tuesday, and you really do have to admire her bounce-back ability if she can do that. Everything crossed for Elise for Tuesday. Okay. Now, yesterday, Dawn Parsons kept alive Great Britain's very proud record in skeleton bob at the Olympic Games, because in all 7 editions that the sport has featured in the Games since 1928, a British rider has always ended up on the podium. World parallel in this one, great to see. Now, the problem is, we've never ever had 2 sliders on the same podium. Would that change today? Because the defending champion, Lizzie Yarner, was attempting to make history, trying to become the first bob skeleton slider in history ever to successfully defend the title.
Can anyone hear me?
Or female. And
Charles, if I join your party, could you be able to hear me?
In fact, let's just show you the look of the standings coming into this final day. Ahead of them both, Germany's Jacqueline Lerling, and you have Austria's Janine Flock also very much in the mix, but there's just 0.2 of a second between first and 4th places. The absolute blink of an eye. So here we go. In the commentary box, 2010 Vancouver champion Amy Williams alongside John Jackson and John Hunt.
Round 3 goes from the leaders down, 1 to 20, and ready to go, Jacqueline Lerling. This is the young German who has dominated this event for the last 2 years. She leads just a fraction, 0.02 of a second ahead of Flock and 1/10 of a second ahead of Yarnold. 4 times a winner on the World Cup. Now what's going to be interesting here is she's one of the slowest starters. Her best start has been 5:34 in the early rounds. Lerling is underway and she's slow again, 5:42. But John Jackson, she's got a happy habit of making up really good speed through the run.
She is one of the most consistent sliders that we have here at the moment. You know, she's won 4 World Cup races this year. But is that start going to be her Achilles heel when it comes to the out-and-out medals? Are the other girls that outstart her going to be able to drive faster if they put the good runs down? But she did not make one mistake yesterday. But is that the mistake that's going to cost her and actually allow the other girls to move up as they start coming, especially the British girls that follow 2 and sort of 3 behind her? But she has been the best slider so far.
Time's going to be really important. Is she going to get under 52 seconds for this run? She has got 51.74, 52.04, which is okay, but only average when you bear in mind what so many of the girls did in run number 1. Second place, Austria's Janine Flock. Austria never won a medal in this. Flock seems to be near her best. Remember, she was former world number 1 back in 2015. Now, she's got a much quicker start habitually. 5.17 and 5.18 have been her starts. She's pretty close to that, Amy, once again.
5.20, not bad. Probably those little nerves in her legs that's increasing the tension. She's a very good, solid rider, and when she gets it right, she flies. And let's see here, on her first run yesterday, she really hit the wall coming out of that 9. She cleared it up for the second and had a real great run. So let's see here. It's all about getting the steers in exactly the right place, minimalising those oscillations, the highs and lows. So watch here. Way better. That was really, really good from Janine here. She wants this so bad. She really wants an Olympic medal.
Down they come to the Olympic curve, 14. 2 bends to go for Flock. Can she hold it together? 15 can be tricky. She's clean out of there. The final bend there. Oscillations to finish with, and she's finished ahead of Lurling. She's 1/10 of a second ahead of Lurling. Janine Flock for Austria, giving it everything here in run 3.
Yeah, Coach Mickey Grunberger there, who's actually was my coach in Vancouver, is going to be thrilled with that.
Lots of British fans here. Key 5 minutes coming up for the Britons. Lizzie Yarnold, the Olympic champion from Sochi. She goes 3rd, starting this 3rd run 1/10 of a second off the lead as was Lurling. And Yarnold now, we're looking for a start time of sub 5:20. That would be lovely to send Yarnold on her way if she can do it. Just under. Decent start, John Jackson.
Lizzie made mistakes on her second run yesterday, which is why she's now behind. She had the lead after the first run. If she puts a big run in here, like she did on the first run yesterday, she will be in the lead at the bottom. Her run yesterday on the first run was absolutely phenomenal. See, now she's coming to the part of the track. She'd already made mistakes in the second run, so she's got through there, okay. This is the important one. She needs to nail this straight, and if we see this, we're going to see green at the bottom. That's not so bad. She's coming to that corner, okay. She can use that pressure in the first part to help her, but she's keeping herself in the mix with the Austrian slider.
Clearly not going to be much between it as Yarnold heads to the finish. 15 looked fine. Did that tap on 10 though? Just cost her some speed. It did, but only a tiny bit. Yarnold is 200 off the lead.
I think she's quite lucky when she took that hit. Although it looked hard, it was parallel. So her sled wasn't skidding into it. She took the hit parallel and then continued straight into corner 12. That's why it didn't need her that much time.
From Lizzie Yarnold to Laura Dees. So run in 4th place. She has probably been the most consistent in terms of time-wise of all of these athletes over the first 2 runs. And again, a fast starter. We're looking for 5:10 as a start, which would be terrific. She's shaved under it. 5:09. She's away nicely.
She is so strong, so powerful. But you know what? She trains so hard in the gym every single day with her amount of bath and the training. And it really pays off having the best start here on this unique track. So let's see what Laura can do. Can she stay in that lead? Can she work with this track? Can she find the speed in every one of these corners? Brilliant from her there. She absolutely nailed it. So that has definitely been the best we've seen. Run 1 yesterday, she didn't get it quite right, and she managed to get it back onto run 2.
Just speed dropping off slightly relative to Flock, but again, Flock, Yarnold and Dees and Lurling not going to be separated by much at the line. Oh, her speed did drop off quite dramatically, Laura Dees. And Laura stays in 4th place, and she's 19 hundredths off the leader, Janine Flock. So a significant 5 minutes, highly significant. Dees has done fine. It's the quickest run of the three. And now Flock leads from Jarnold, Lurling, Dees in 4th place. Anna Fernstadt goes 5th. She's so young, she's just 21. Now Fernstadt, like Lurling, is not a good starter. 5:40 or thereabouts, and she's slower than that. So Fernstadt put herself under immense pressure if she's to try and close on these front four.
The difference is between having a fast start and a slow start. When you've got a fast start, you can make little errors, not big ones, just little errors, and you could sort of get away with them. When you have a slow start, like the Germans seem to have, you have to be perfect everywhere. But the Germans are very good at doing that because they build speed, and you can see how quick they are at the bottom of the track, and that is perfect. But as she comes around 12, you can't hear her as much as what you could Laura, and that is maybe why Laura lost a little bit of speed, because you can just see the G-force. But she's not really gaining, so their equipment's not working.
Interesting to see how much that does close, if at all, from 4.6 off the 14th bend just to 2.4, and she's breathing down Laura Dees' neck now for 4th place. She found some impetus late there.
She did, and again, that's about those lines at the bottom of the track where she's finding speed all the time, and just building and building and building.
So Fernstadt has improved her position. Next, going 6th, another German, Tina Hermann. She's had an identical start so far, both 5.24. She seems to be wandering left a little bit, and she's a tiny bit slower.
Yeah, that was a little bit of struggling to get the perfect line that she wanted into corner 1. She is an incredible driver, and I did expect her to see a little bit further up the field, but she didn't have the best of days yesterday. So let's see what she can do today. Day 2, runs 3 and 4. She's thought about it with her coaches overnight. Normally throughout the training runs, you have videos on the entrances and exits of each corner, and you go home and you study them and see what the perfect line is and watch other sliders. Race day, you've just got to go out there and do it.
Hermann then, can she close like Fernstadt did? It was a remarkable finish by Fernstadt. Hermann now crosses the line, and she has. She's trimmed off a little bit of the deficit as well, to go a 10th behind Fernstadt. So those two Germans, Fernstadt and Hermann, have just kept a bit of pressure on Dees. We were wondering whether this might be a 4-athlete race for the medals, possibly. Fernstadt and Hermann have kept themselves alive. As things stand going into the medal run, Austria's Janine Flock leads by just a whisker from Lizzie Jarnold, the defending champion. Lurling 3rd, and Laura Dees still right in the mix in 4th place. And now we come to the potential medalists. Tina Hermann next. She's in 6th place. She is 0.2 of a second off Jacqueline Lurling in the bronze medal position. The thing with Hermann is she's been improving and improving and improving all the way. If you're looking for times here, 51.8 or better would put some pressure on Laura Dees and Jacqueline Lurling, that's for sure.
She had a 51.83 in the first run, and that is, again, one of the fastest of the competition so far. So she's found the groove today, she's found the settings from yesterday that she just needed to tweak. This is going to put a pressure on the sort of next 2 or 3 sliders coming. Whether it's good enough to get her into the medals, I'm not too sure. But it will certainly put pressure on Anna Fernstadt and Laura Dees coming up in the next couple of sleds. This is perfect run. Really is coming into the big Olympic corner and through the fastest part of the track down the bottom.
Just a tricky 15th to negotiate. Lovely from Hermann. My word, she's had a good Olympic Games, and she goes 51.8, which we thought she would need to crank the pressure up on the other 5 who are looking for medals.
That was an incredible run by her. She's got the fastest push out of all the Germans. She's tiny, she tucks on into the sled. That was a beautiful run.
Carbon copy here, Anna Fernstadt. Improvement seen right the way through the competition, and she's just 14 hundredths off Lurling in 3rd place at the moment. Laura Dees to come next, of course. Fernstadt needs to do what Hermann has just done.
Her start is a little bit slower, but that was still the best out of her competition so far, so she is
screaming at 110%. She wants to beat her German rival, Slider, that probably best friend. But when you get here on race day, you are each for your own. You and your sled have to get down to the bottom as fast as you can. So far, this is looking clean. This is looking good. Little bit, she's having to control it there, just slightly control the skid, but so far pretty clean, but the time is bleeding away a little bit more. But like most of the Germans, can she make it back in these bottom three corners?
Yeah, they're good at that, aren't they? They're really good at holding speed. Herman had her nose in front, keeps her nose in front. Herman moves up to 5th place.
Whew. Hold it together.
How are we all at home? How are we all? Laura Dees goes next for Great Britain in 4th place. Doesn't really tell the measure of her consistency at this Olympic Games. And let's not forget as well, for Laura, it is her first Olympic Games, age 29. Stunningly consistent. Good starter. We want that 51.8 or better. First though, we need the usual good start. Can she get under 5.1 here to give her a cracking shot at this? She's got it. 5.09. Dees has a super start.
She's matched her start from run 3. Can she hold it together now? She's got to stay calm. She would have seen everyone slowly leaving the changing rooms, just using her feet there. She's got quite a big lead, but look at her there. Perfect lines, perfect sliding. Hold it together, Laura.
4/10 up on Herman. She can hold that, of course. It will confirm 4th place, but she's got her eyes on the medal if she can.
She has to come out of here clean. Little clip. And now she can't clip into that corner that she did there. Just here, perfect. So she's improved on that. We've just got to hope that that exit of 9 was enough to keep her moving on up the leaderboard.
Then 15. Lovely, right up the middle, dead centre, slightly high on the entrance to 16, but she's confirmed as 4th. At the very worst, Laura Dees has done all she can. Will it be enough though? 51.9. I'm not sure, would have much preferred 51.8.
She wasn't quite as relaxed as she was on her previous one. She knows so badly she wants to move up. Just there, that's what probably did it. She didn't have the perfect line that she had on the run before. However, she then did perfect her steer and she didn't clip. So let's just see what's going to happen. She has moved on up. She is there, still in the leaderboard, standing in the 1st place.
Jacqueline Lurling, 2 years of complete excellence. She admitted to nerves at the very start of the competition, and they have shown. Now Lurling, funnily enough, has got 2 52-second runs to her name. If she does that here, Lurling's in trouble. We wish her well, because she's had a magnificent 2 years. Really the world's best.
Lurling is ranked #1 in the world, and she has a phenomenal track record. She has been up there winning medals week in, week out. She's had 4 podium finishes, so she does truly believe to be up here on the podium.
How's it looking to you, John?
This is, the deficit now is still from the start, because Laura started so much quicker, but she's just making little mistakes here. Is this going to be the run that sees Laura Dees move up into a medal? That's big skid there. Now that could be the mistake that's going to give Laura Dees what she needs to move up. She's still building speed. I don't know how she comes down to the bottom of the track.
Down to a 10th, second last curve. She's wide on it. Nothing between Lurling and Dees. Lurling just touches Dees out. She does what she does all of the time, and that is fine speed very, very late. She's got amazing credentials. Lurling guaranteed a medal. Lizzie Arnold next, the Olympic champion. Can she make history and win it again? First things first, before Janine Flott goes, Arnold has got to stay ahead of Lurling. How she started, John Jackson?
She started well, and she just needs to focus on her against the track. This is what it's all about now. Don't worry about the German, don't worry about the Austrian. She needs to put in a perfect run. She cannot make a mistake at all on this run. Everything's looking good so far. The lines are good. She's got good control. She's starting to build speed as this corner 8 drops away now into 9. This is crucial. She's got the little tap, that's the same, but look at the gap. She's got half a second. Is this the run that is going to give her her second gold medal and defend her job as an Olympic champion.
Just bend 15 to negotiate. She had a big lead over Lurling. This could be at least silver for Lizzie Arnold. She goes to the front. And how? And look at the time. 51.46 to pile the pressure on Janine Flock.
That is a gold medal winning run, I am sure of it. We are looking at a two-time Olympic champion.
That was a track record. That was unbelievable. Yes, she made that mistake there, but she had so much time in her bag to be able to play with. I really do believe there that Lizzie Arnold has just popped down potentially a gold medal run. But come on, Janine, hold it together, girl. You've got a good push, and she can do this. Mentally, she needs to focus now.
For Austria, then, who have never won a medal, Janine Flock, former world #1, needs the run of her 28 years to tip out Lizzie Arnold. It looks a big ask. She's got a decent enough start, though. 5:22.
That is not going to be enough. She's just made a little mistake there. This is going to now drop away. That's all the time she's lost. This is how good Lizzie's run was. She's just made one mistake and she's already 10th behind. Now, can she get control and start to build up as she comes down the run? Now, this is not about her staying in front of Lizzie. This is she going to drop behind the silver or even the bronze? Now, it's a big gap back to Laura Dees. Dees' run is good. It's looking like she's going to hold on to a bronze medal position, but time is dropping away.
Dropping away all the time. Looks like Lizzie Arnold's going to win gold again. Where's Flock going to finish? Has Laura Dees got a medal in her? Flock goes fourth. Arnold wins gold again. Yes, Laura Dees has won bronze as well. Lizzie Arnold, what a performance. The first British athlete to successfully defend her Olympic title. And for Laura Dees, who dreamed of medals at badminton and Bali, she's now got one of the Olympic Games. Janine Flock, crestfallen. You have got to feel for her. We now have a gold medal again, and we have a bronze medal by Laura Dees. She thought she had lost it, just like Dom did in the men. There's her fiance there. There is going to be a big party tonight in Team Great Britain.
So look at that. Lizzie Arnold's won gold by nearly half a second. Jacqueline Lurling in the silver medal position, and a wonderful bronze medal for Laura Dees. Celebrations all round.
Okay, are we ready? How are you feeling to back up a gold medal in Sochi with another gold medal here?
I'm exhausted. Yesterday after the first run, I almost pulled out of the competition because my chest infection was so uncomfortable and I couldn't breathe. And so my physio Louise just gave me talking to and said, you can do it, you can do it. And if it wasn't for every single one of the team, my coach Eric, I wouldn't be here right now. So I'm hugely grateful to them.
You haven't found the pressure very easy. It's been an enormous amount of pressure on your shoulders in this game, isn't it?
No, I love pressure. I enjoy pressure. Pressure is a privilege. And so if it wasn't for the support of every national lottery player, everyone at home who supported me, my family, my husband, you know.
What did he say to you?
At the end, I've got no idea. I've got no idea.
How are your runs from a technical point of view?